Hey, we're back with Elysian Road, season
Hey
2.
boys, let's do this combat round for the fourth time.
Third time, but yes. We may end up doing it for a fourth time
No.
if they have one more use of
Refuse.
it left, technically.
For who?
The reverse time thing.
We
Yeah,
just have to
who
kill that
hasn't
girl.
used it?
We have to kill that girl in one round of
Yes.
combat.
Girl.
Alex, yeah.
Except they probably have that psychic power where when you're about to die, you just don't, and then she'll do it, and then
Well, we'll have to find out now, won't we, David? So we're back with Elysian Road. This is episode 17, and we are ready to rock and roll here. When we last left off, we had just seen the SNS Exarch spike drill away, do a jump into drive space, and leave the ISS Rubicon and the Rick Astley ghost ship behind. and then Hans Caesar Kral, Evelyn's mortal enemy, shook his head and said nope, and then
My
reverse
arch
time.
nemesis.
Yeah. And in reality, what's actually happening is these people are seeing the future 6 seconds up into the future, and then saying,
Yeah.
no, I don't want that to happen, so I'm changing the future. And so
I
that's
realized that
basically
later that there probably wouldn't be echoes of the past and all that because it hasn't happened. It's literally just him being like, this is going to go poorly, and then he
that's
changes
true.
something.
You're right. Yeah, Fergus wouldn't have even. So Evangelia probably wouldn't notice.
Yeah, there wouldn't have been
Because
any way
it's-
for anybody to notice unless
But-
they could feel his psychic voodoo.
Yeah, it's probably like just psychic voodoo stuff, right? And we already,
And
you know,
feeling some
it's already canon.
psychic voodoo.
It's already canon that you guys felt deja vu, so I'm not going to go back on it now.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Well,
so
technically speaking, it was just Fergus and Evelyn that felt the psychic voodoo.
specifically Evangelia was the one who like knew that something was wrong, which makes sense.
Oh, okay, sure.
But
I
yeah,
thought it
so
was all of us.
we see that like thing that we just ended with, and then he reverses time or like sees that future he doesn't want, and then we're back to the beginning of the round.
Now we're back
To the beginning, it's just a
It's just a
feeling,
feeling
and
and
no one knows yet.
Yeah.
Good vibes there.
Well done.
But what we actually see at the beginning, after we get that, like, last time on, we see this and we go back to the beginning of the round. We also see a flashback. And I think what we see is basically we're on the ISS Rubicon, obviously before they jump into this sixth system to ambush you guys. And it's Hans Caesar Kral basically explaining to his team like what's going on. So we see, right, Hans Caesar Kral, black hair, meticulously groomed, wearing like a Imperium uniform rather. We see Victor Arthur Halverson, and we see him with his helmet off. So he's still wearing his power armor, but he doesn't have his helmet on. So let me real quick grab the token of him without that. Let me find that briefly. Drag it on screen so y'all can see it. But yeah, so he looks Norse. He has he looks pretty boss, right?
Wow,
so
he's sexy.
yeah, very, very handsome. He has a scar going down 2 parts of his face. And he has like the kind of, Viking-esque
And
braid in the back
as our
sort of thing.
leader?
Or
Hey.
ponytail or whatever.
Don't make those into a Thor and Guardians of the Galaxy thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're totally still in charge, Evelyn. Or not? Yeah.
And
of
so
course. Of course.
right. And so he's lounging around like he has probably like his arm leaned against some sort of console inside the ship, with his power armor on, with his helmet off. And then we see Alexandria Molina, with her ever-present little lollipop or sucker or whatever that she keeps sucking on. Has her hair up in a messy bun, still wearing like hoodie and sweatpants. And she is like probably looking at her knives, her vibroblades rather, monofilament blades, whatever they are.
Thank you.
And then
I
we
believe
see.
the Star Wars.
I'm trying to think what would be the like quick term for for that sort of thing in this setting? Because I know monofilament blade is like the long-term thing. Monoblade. Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah, monoblade. Yeah, it's just
monoblade. Yeah. The amalgamation of those things. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So he has her monoblades. I totally forgot that was the abbreviation. Yeah. And then we see Sample. We see the AI in his shell, doing some sort of thing on the computer. And then Hans Caesar Crawl is explaining like what's going on. So Victor, I think at one point, like Hans is like looking out the window, and as Sample's preparing the jump, and Victor says, "So you still haven't explained to me what's exactly going on here, Crawl. We haven't explained to any of us, actually. You just told us the mission, but you haven't told us why. I want to know why." And Hans turns back and kind of like quirks an eyebrow and says, "So you're not just a mindless brute, unlike your father." And Victor, Victor. So there's the thing. Victor chuckles at that, right? So it's obvious that like there's some sort of unspoken context that we both understand.
Sure.
So it's not like Hans isn't like trying to take a dig at his father at this point. And so yeah, Victor just chuckles softly, and then Alex says, "I have to say that I don't really particularly care about a why, but if you want to give it to us, Crawl, I'm listening, I guess." And then Sample says from the background, "I've already analyzed the situation from multiple possible angles, 300 million to be exact. And I have to say, I still am wondering about the exact scenario here." And then, yeah, Crawl just holds up a hand. He says, fine. The web, JHN specifically, is filled with urban legends, things that can't be believed. Well, there's one thing that apparently isn't a legend. And precognition, well, it's a powerful tool. And it helped me see something. Something that is so outside the realms of plausibility that I'm honestly surprised that I stumbled upon it, but I guess that's what I get for spending every day for the last month asking questions. Little less to do when you're in isolation. And everybody has like just looking at him like, okay, you're starting to go into a weird kind of creepy monologue. And then Crawl like blinks and he says, "There's a ship, a ghost ship, an urban legend that supposedly pumps an old Earth song into the ship's communications array, and then the ship is never heard from again." And then Victor just snorts and he says, "What? That old legend? You can't be serious. It's literally just a myth. I don't even think the song exists."
He doesn't believe in Rick Astley.
And he probably, I'm trying to think, he's probably said something along the lines of like, those lyrics don't match anything that we see from that particular period of Earth history. It's a complete fabrication. And Carl just says, "Well, when you become a precog who can see 3 months into the future, you can let me know that I'm wrong." The SNS Exarch, the ship that our enemies here have so calmly commandeered from the Athens Association, is going to come into the coast system, and they are going to happen upon this ship. 1,000,001 chance, I know, but it's going to happen. Now, on its own, these people are incredibly competent, and they would easily be able to solve this little ghost ship problem. But if we happen to take advantage of this situation at just the right moment, well, it could create a very big problem for them. So yes, we are going to jump on the chance of a lifetime, the 1 in a million probability that I just happened to foresee, and we are going to get the Imperium, their general, back. If we have to drag her kicking and screaming. And, well, we're going to learn where the Hephaestus engine is. And then Victor is just nodding. Alex just looks uninterested. Sample is staring blankly into the computer screen. And Carl says, well, the jump is in 3 minutes, so I would ask you to prepare yourselves. It won't be long before we are in a very interesting situation. I'm going to activate Concert of Minds now. Very handy of you to have a hidden psychic power, by the way, Victor. Hidden even from your father. I wonder why that is. And Victor just kind of like stares at him blankly. And then I think he gives them like a short rundown. He starts to give them a rundown of his powers, so they're all like aware of what they have access to, sort of thing. And we kind of fade out from that scene, and then we jump back to real time. So we are at the top of the turn order again. You're muted, Connor.
What exactly is real time? Are we allowed to ask that now that like we've gone back in time multiple times?
Well, real time is what it's always been. We haven't yet moved beyond this initial moment of time.
But which universe are we really in?
Right, that's true. Well,
Prime.
Which one of you are variants? That's another question we can ask. I don't know. There's plenty of different alternate things going on here.
See, what happened is that when he sees a future he doesn't like, he's not changing it. He's just projecting himself into a different universe where it happened better. So he's just gone now and win.
There you go.
Sure. I know what he's actually doing is he's projecting you guys into a different universe where another version of him wins.
He has yet to come close to winning, though. He did the best on the first one.
I know. Honestly, when I was listening back through it again, I was like, dang, I should have just kept that first one. But I thought about it, and it's like, well, really, it was Victor who did it. And the reason he did it is because he missed with the missile, and he was very salty about that, right? And I'm sure that if they survive this and like escape or whatever, Victor and Hans are going to have a conversation about that, and Hans going to be like, listen, like it was going very well and you had to do that. Like, what is wrong with you?
You're like, so you're out of the gestalt. Sorry, buddy.
Exactly. Yeah. You're out of the team.
So from what I got from that flashback, that robot like predicted 3 million whatever scenarios of how this could go down.
He's an AI, so yes.
Also, he's only a sample. I can't wait to see what the main dish is like.
So he's trying to predict this group.
Yeah.
It's like how Vin solved ATM.
Were in any of his?
I don't even know what I'm doing.
Were any of those scenarios a small boy launching himself into the depths of space?
Well,
I mean, if they were, they wouldn't. This is probably going better for them right now. So.
Okay, so Ode, we start with you. What do you do?
All right. I mean, I do the exact same thing.
The same thing you've done 3 times now.
I say it's rude not to knock, and then I take a shot at the both of them, and then I dip into a little hole in the wall.
Yeah, sounds good.
So let's see how it goes this time. Yes. Yes.
Holy
19
crap.
damages to both.
Nice.
Nice.
Is that the best you've done?
Nice.
No, my first shot was like 23. Or no, my first one was 21. My second shot was 23. But it didn't hit one of them.
This is the one. Oh, okay.
But this hit both of them. So, I mean, it's not quite as good as the first time, but close
Bye,
enough.
Connor.
Cool stuff.
Connor didn't like the outcome of this, so he yeeted himself into a reality where it didn't happen.
Let's see here. And yeah, I'm just trying to find. Oh yeah, here we go. I have to change their hit points back to their original hit points. Do. So minus 19. Sounds good. Cool. All right. Yeah. So you do that and fire off that blast. It goes across their various armor / non-armor, and then
flesh,
and they start splitting up and doing the same thing you did before. So Sample is actually going to take a slightly different tactic. I think he sees the cascading failure. I guess he didn't. But either way, I think he can do like a really, really large amount of thinking in a very short amount of time. So I think this time, he, instead of trying to hack the SNS Exarch, which he certainly can do, he realizes that he actually can literally just succeed on any hack roll by just committing effort. So instead, he's going to hack the ghost ship.
Didn't he already do his point on that the first time?
Nothing has ever happened in the round.
No. Like before this round, he did it to hack our ship. Like, that was
I don't think so.
Yeah.
No, because I started the turn order.
Because he did this before the turn order started.
No, he didn't. No, I just listened to the episode. He didn't. He did that on his turn.
Okay.
I think you're thinking about the ghost ship trying to rickroll our ship.
Well, something just randomly shut down our power without any like actual interaction, and I think that's what Jared was talking about.
And that happened before combat.
No. The only thing
that was in the turn order.
What happened is Evelyn foresaw a future in which all the power would be turned off. Mm-hmm. And then Fergus yeeted himself out, was doing the stuff with that, and then they showed up and we just started the turn order. So yeah, I just listened to the episode. He did it on his turn. So instead, he's going to use his commit his processing to hack the ghost ship instead. And so the little psychic nanite things are now under his control. So you're obviously gonna land on the ship here in the second, Fergus, so you can try to like stop that, but there you go. That's his turn, and then we see shuttles taking off from the ISS Rubicon to head over to your guys' ship.
I thought the whole point of me having to go on the ship is because the only way to hack it is through the mainframe. I thought we established that in the center.
So the issue is this is a true AI, and he has I know because of the stuff that's happening in this world, or that in the setting, that the possibility of quantum hacking is a thing. And because this guy's an AI, he has a literal ability that he can just automatically succeed on any hack roll by committing processing. And so, yeah, I mean, there's no real... I don't think there was anything about you can't hack it from there, really. Can you think of any specific things that I said about that? Because I am not remembering anything like that.
I don't remember what you said specifically, but you just said I needed to be in the core.
Well, because you were you're gonna do it through psychic stuff and regular hacking, right? Because you wanted to like actually control them like through Psytech sort of a thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Which is different from this dude who doesn't have an actual psychic brain in the same way that humans do. Doing a hack on it. So that happens. It's Hans Caesar Kral's turn. I want to take a look real quick at his ability suite again, because I had him doing this one thing, trying to decide if I wanted to do that again or do something else. Okay. Nah, yeah, he'll just do the same thing. Which was a secret before and will continue to be a secret. Cool. Victor Arthur Halverson. Big power armor dude. He's going to do something. And that something is... He's going to go ahead and fire his thunder gun at Eode. Boom. Assuming 23 hits.
Maybe. Hold on. I'm in cover, so it makes the shot harder. I'm trying to remember.
You know the rules for that.
Harder. I think it's +2, in which case I think he meets my armor class. Let me see. I looked at it last session. I don't remember it now. Modifiers. The target is at least half cover. 2 is almost completely in cover. -4. You said this was kind of a divot, right? So I'm only half concealed.
Probably half concealed, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So then my armor class is 23. So then I think that's it.
Yeah. So still hits. Cool.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. So, if a thunder gun hits a target with an unmodified hit roll of 16 or higher, which what was his actual roll here?
Roll the 10.
Okay. Yeah. Interesting. Didn't realize that. Yeah, so you take 14 damage as your atoms threaten to be just like disrupted.
Not your atoms.
Yeah, basically this gun is trying to literally just strip his entire structural integrity apart and make his atoms fall apart. Yeah. Cool.
That's pretty dark.
Did you hear the one difference in the turn order so far, Connor?
No.
The AI, instead of hacking your guys' ship, he commits process to hack the ghost ship.
You know, the fun thing about that, though, is now we can just blow their ship up because we have guns and he didn't hack our ship. So somebody get on that.
I think I'm confused. So he's hacking the ghost ship instead of what?
Instead of your ship.
Instead of our ship.
And that's what he did the last 2 turn orders?
Last 2 times he hacked the big ship.
Okay, I didn't remember that. That's fine, though.
Remember, you were starting like the cascading failure of all the systems?
Oh, no, it's fine. I don't remember. I just didn't remember that on top of my head.
We should have...
The fiascos?
Blanking. No, Josh's character.
Till.
Thank you. Till should shoot at it with the Blades of Grace's weapon.
Till's in a random hallway trying to do a spike drill on a random terminal. So
wait, what? Why would he be in a random hallway if he's doing
because he couldn't get to the bridge in time, and that's literally the whole thing. Is like he's like, okay, I can't make it to the bridge in time. I'm just gonna try from this random terminal. It's gonna be harder, but I'm gonna do it.
Right now I remember. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, can't he just shoot the guns from the random terminal? If he can get to the engine, he can get to the guns.
I mean, yeah, but he doesn't see anything. Like,
well, no, guns have computers on them for that reason. You don't shoot with your eyeballs in space.
But also, Fergus shut down all ingoing and outgoing communications, and probably, I assume, including video cameras.
Yeah, but you don't use video cameras either. They're targeting computers.
I feel like that's an outgoing signal.
That's not though.
Depends on how they're.
It does depend on how it works. Yeah. But either way, I mean, he's doing what Evelyn told him to do, which was do a spike drill. So. Oh, by the way, I didn't have him in the turn order last time. I should put him in there now.
Oh yeah.
Oh, good. Yeah.
I assume we have people on the bridge of the SSS really big, right?
What's that?
That hurt me inside, David. The people in the what did you say? All I heard was the horrible way you pronounce the name.
I said I assume we have people on the bridge, right?
Yeah.
So we should just tell them to shoot the guns.
I mean, yeah, it's up to Evelyn. Ode doesn't know any of this, so.
No, of course not.
Yeah, so Till is on turn order 9. Actually, he would have gone first with you. He got a really good roll. But all he was doing is, doing the spike drill anyway, so. Cool. So that's what Victor Arthur Halverson did. And he's going to go ahead and go into one of his divots himself. So he has half cover now. Juliana Alexandria Molina, otherwise known as Alex, is going to rush forward and attack you, Dylan, with her monoblades.
Of course. Predictable.
Wow.
It's almost like this has happened.
Only predictable because it's happened twice before. I guess that's how predictable works.
I mean
that's not really true.
I would have expected her to do that the first time anyway.
Also true. I assume a 26 hits you?
Oh, yikes, yeah.
Okay, so you take 12 damage, and she says, "Oh, what a pretty little cut." Yeah, and then she dances away. Dylan, it's you. Do you retaliate?
Yes. I stab at her. Roll 20 is being very slow for me at the moment, so it might take a while to go through.
Kiki.
Oh, there it is. 25.
I'm not seeing it.
Oh, well, it's up for me.
How do I know you're telling the truth, babe? No, I believe
because I'm your wife, and I wouldn't lie to you.
That's good. Yeah, so 25 sounds
8 damage.
Good. 8 damage, sweet. Yeah, that hits. And then I think she like winces a little bit, and then she says, "Oh, how cute! We're twins."
Is she a tsundere?
No, she's just straight crazy.
Oh, so a yandere. Oh.
Cool. Well, it is Evelyn's turn. So I think at the end of Alex's turn, she teleports away, and activates a power that allows her to
do that.
Yeah, that allows her to like teleport away. So she teleports like down the hallway far enough that you can't really hit her, run to her or whatever.
Does that mean she's over by her buddy now? Because she teleported back.
No, I think she teleports back like forward, back where you guys came from.
Oh, like behind her?
Yeah, behind Dylan, yeah.
Yeah.
But far enough away that like basically the whole point, she basically activates an ability just so, for the rest of the game, you'll know what I'm doing, that allows her throughout the rest of the scene to literally just teleport as an on-turn action. Even if she's already used like a main action to do a teleport or whatever. It's basically she can just teleport at will basically now. And then teleport away within like one thing. And so can't be attacked unless someone's like particularly readied for her to teleport into that one place and then attacks right when she gets there, sort of thing.
Right.
So it's the whole thing. Evelyn Leiter, it's you. So you don't notice that there isn't a cascading failure of the ship. The SMS Exarch is more or less running as normal, except its communications are shut off. What do you do?
I did last time.
You did a lead roll to make engineers go help Till and soldiers go help Dylan.
Right. And I think that's what I'll do. I think Evelyn's like main and only priority is getting getting Till to port us out of here because I think Fergus can handle himself. Although I think we do get a scene of Evelyn going like, okay, we've definitely done this before. He's gone back twice now. And let me see. I don't really think I have anything
You could have
wise to do anything in return.
Guns.
I mean, it's probably more like you feel like this could have happened a bunch of different ways because, again, we haven't actually done any of the stuff we did in last session. It was that's all in the psychic guy's head, and he's been, messing with probabilities or whatever it is. Because that stuff doesn't actually happen. It goes back to before it happened.
Right. So, no. Yeah. But
yeah. So for you guys, it's really like you guys are noticing that he's been using psychic powers to see into the future, and you're like countering him or whatever.
Okay. Sure.
Right. That's probably what it looks like for Evelyn. Like Evelyn's like looking into the future and then seeing all these probabilities where he's also using powers like you have to like see other things and change things, and you're just trying to like, yeah.
Okay. Sure. Yeah. I think I'll make that lead action again. I think that's
sounds good.
That's where she's at. And then with intelligence,
I think yes, yeah, intelligence makes sense.
11.
Cool. Yep, that's enough for a +1 for everybody, for their stuff.
Okay.
Nice.
Cool stuff, right?
Yeah, everybody gets a +1.
There you go, except for Fergus.
But why don't I get a +1?
He can't send people that go help you on the ship.
You can send kind words my way to help me.
Yeah, this was specifically to like lead the random soldiers to go help other people. So, Fergus, you land on the ship. And Evangelia says, he got here before you did.
I should have done this the first time. I pull out of my backpack the item I definitely remembered I had.
Okay.
The helmet from Evangelia.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. I'm going in.
Sounds good. Yeah. So you're gonna have to make a roll to, I think, notice with the intelligence. I think is what it was, to like find the core quickly.
Considering I've found the core 3 times now.
Again, it hasn't actually happened. You can get a +1 though for Evangelia, because that's what you got last time. Because this is an old chip, and Evangelia might be familiar with the layout. Yeah, I think that's enough. 10 is probably the DC. Exactly.
Is it enough to get there and do the thing, or just to get there?
No, just to get there. Yeah, I don't think enough to be able to do something on this turn. So you spend a couple 10 seconds trying to find it, and then you get there right at the end of the turn to the core. And I think greeting you on the hologram, I think you see like in the corner. Well, so you see a hologram like console in the middle of this area, in the core of the ship here, and it for like 2 seconds before, like after you get in here, it's still showing the "Never Gonna Give You Up" music video, right? A very distorted version of it, and then for a second, Rick Astley's head is replaced by Sample's head, like weird bulbous alien robot head, and then it's just him. It's just Sample on the screen.
Is the music still playing?
For a couple more seconds, and then it fades.
The Fiend.
That song has been playing for 300 or 3,000 years or whatever it is. Yeah. Probably 8,000 years. Yeah. Yeah, and then, or at the very least, he turns the volume down like super low, and he's just.
He said he's never going to give you up. He meant it.
Yeah, and you just see the giant head on the hologram, like looking at you, Fergus. Then we cut away from your turn, and it's Ode. We do.
Right. Well, in a really big upset, I shoot at him again. Let's see. Here we go. All right. Bursts firing. I have a +1 now. His buddies are attacking. 28.
Oh, dang. Yeah, that definitely hits.
And that cost me 3 bullets. Yeah.
Yeah, sounds good.
Cool.
Yeah, so just pinging off of his armor. And this is a stun cloud thrower? So this is like a stun shotgun?
It's just a mag shotgun, but it doesn't kill people.
Nice. Yeah, so very much like just waves of force that just like immobilize you. And yeah, so he gets slammed up against the side of the ship wall, the inside of the corridor here, and then like crouches down in the alcove and sweats under his breath.
I like how we're both standing here just shooting dubstep waves at each other.
Yes. Yeah. The entire like the corridor, the metal of the corridor itself is like rippling as the blasts go back and forth. Warping the metal and stuff.
There's gonna be nothing left of this place when we're done.
Mm-hmm. Well, it is one random corridor and a giant ship, so you're probably okay for now.
Yeah.
If this is Void's Grace, Till would have some words with you, but
I mean, he probably wouldn't. We'd probably all die. But
that's also true. So Till, it gets to his turn, and he says to Evelyn, "I can make the jump now. Do you want me to?"
Yeah, I think she thinks about it a little bit longer this time, but yeah, she says, "Do it."
Yeah. Sounds good.
She says, "I don't know. If you do it again, we might have to do this all over again. So let's just give up."
No, she doesn't say that.
I know.
All right. What did I say last time the difficulty was on this? Did I say 14?
I don't remember.
I think it was way higher because all the systems were shut down.
Yeah, so let's say 14 then. It's still very difficult. I mean, he's taken 15 minutes of drive jump down, like preparation, down to 6 seconds, basically.
I'm saying it was 14 when all the systems
or 12 seconds or whatever. Well, that's the thing. I don't think any of the I thought, sorry, I'm rambling here. I assumed that you were just saying, Jared, that it was higher than 14 last time. That's what I thought.
No,
it
was 14.
It was 14. Okay. Sorry. I thought you were saying, oh yeah, it was higher before and it was more difficult. So I was like, okay, perfect. 14 makes sense. It's still, he did like make it 6 times faster, basically. So still very difficult. Let's say 13. But he has a good roll on this. Because he doubles his pilot skill for this. And he gets the +1 from engineers who are helping right now from the bridge. All right, pilot. So that means he gets a +3 to this. Yes. Okay. Sounds good. He needs to get a 13. Oh, and he doesn't this time. Yikes. Well, I was almost positive that he had that in the bag.
Is he an expert?
He is, yes.
Yes. So
I'll have him roll again.
Why don't you have him re-roll it? Yeah.
I forgot about that. Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned it.
Does he not have pilot at 3d6? Does he have no at 3d6?
He has no and program at 3d6. But he has Starfarer at 2.
Okay.
Level 2. So which was allowed him to double his pilot skill for this. So
double his pilot skill?
Basically, instead of pilot at 2, he's using a pilot at 4 for the purposes of spike drive related things.
Oh, I don't know what that means, but that's okay. Keep going.
When he does this, he gets more bonuses.
Yeah, he gets double his skill bonus instead of the normal.
Oh, okay. He gets a +4 instead of a +2.
Instead of a +2, yeah. But he also has a +1 from you. So he's rolling at +3 beyond his intelligence and pilot. So really, he's rolling at a +6 altogether right now.
Yep, which is nuts. Can't believe he only got a 12.
And he gets it.
There we go.
There you go. So SNS Exarch jumps away into drive space and then comes right back out, right? So it's, just the jump necessary to like get away from this whole situation. Sounds good. So that happens. And then Till like, I am getting too old to be making rolls like that. That's what I was definitely about to say. I'm trying to think of
He looks at the screen.
Because he did this exact sort of thing when even the Evangelia situation happened. So I'm trying to think of what like noun he would use for this, for both of those situations. I'm going to get arthritis. I'm going to get arthritis if I keep having to type so fast for these things. Something along those lines. And there you go. Sample, it's his turn, and now it's Fergus versus Sample. So
you guys hiring or?
Fergus was like, well, it looks like they left me.
They left me, and you guys were pretty strong. You reversed time 3 times. Congrats.
We didn't leave you. You jumped out of a perfectly good spaceship. I mean, it wasn't going to be perfectly good for very long, but.
Let's see.
Talking's a free action, so. Not as if he can even hear me.
I mean, he's probably just gonna like. This is the question. So the things I'm trying to think of is the 2 things I think Sample would do in this moment is either immediately go for the kill. Oh, obviously I know what he does. Okay, so 3 options I see in my head. I'm curious. I just want to say them all and just verbally process. He could either turn all the sci-tech on you and just try to like have them like literally just come right into the ship and try to attack you, Fergus, in this moment. He could talk to you, right? He could just be like, let's chat for a while because there's no immediate danger here. Or he could just try to make the ship self-destruct.
For the nanobot thingies, aren't they like a turn away from the ship at this point?
They are.
So he could reverse them and have them come to me. And he did seem interested by who he was hacking against earlier. There was a line of intrigue in that.
Yeah, the thing he has to weigh here is whether or not having this ship on the Imperium side or on just on Sample's side is a thing he wants and has more priority than killing you, or if just killing you is his priority. And honestly,
if his priority was killing me, he'd probably send them back as opposed to blowing it up.
I mean, if he literally just exploded the ship right now with you on it, like that's gonna do massive damage.
Oh yeah. But I don't think he'd want to. I mean, I don't know his character, but would he want to
so the idea is he could try to kill you on a delay and send the sci-tech after you if he wants to keep the sci-tech, right? He could just talk to you, which he'd probably do, and send them sci-tech back, right? If he was going to do that. Or he just blows up the ship because he wants to instantly kill you.
I'd assume the second one based on everything so far.
Just
talk and send them to kill me.
Yeah. Yeah, probably true because they need information about the Hephaestus engine and stuff.
Also more dramatic and, less of just them trying to, because here's the problem, right? He can auto succeed hacking and Fergus has a bunch of auto succeed hacking items.
I know. Yeah.
So they're just going to auto succeed hack each other and it's going to be really dumb. So
the thing is, I have more, I guarantee I have more charges than he does points.
Then he has processing. I don't know if that's true. He's a level 7 true AI.
Yeah. And he said, Caleb said you didn't have 20 of them anymore. You had,
I had 5, and then I had the one that was on me. And considering I keep getting them back each time, I'm at 6. So I haven't technically spent any.
I don't think you get them back.
No, because
the time reversal.
Oh, right.
Yeah. That's the Once I use them, they're gone.
I mean, how much effort do you have?
I don't need effort.
He doesn't need effort to do that.
How much effort do you have?
Well, I have 5.
All right. Well, because he's just a psychic but a robot, and so he probably has at least that much. Yeah. So if you have more than him, it's close.
And that's if I fail my rolls. I get to roll and then auto succeed.
I mean, that's true. Yeah.
Plus, I found listening back, I know what my ability actually is.
Yeah, so I think that was what happens. We see the cloud of nanites like turn around and start coming back towards you, towards the ship, Fergus, and then we see a sample on the screen just say, I've it's really hard to play a person who's supposed to, or a thing that's supposed to be hyper intelligent. And I'm trying to think of like the best, most intelligent way to say
act
this.
like me.
Oh, Jared. Sample says, I've run through about 120,000 scenarios of how this conversation could play out. Thought about just exploding the spaceship itself before talking to you and trying to find answers off of your corpse. But I've decided to just be straight to the point.
You predict this, and then he starts flossing.
Should have blown up the spaceship.
I honestly, so the thing is, like, he is a true AI, but I
glitch.
But I feel like that might be...
Your limbs appear to be malfunctioning.
But I feel like because of who Fergus is, I feel like that must be the one thing that he didn't actually count on. And so he pauses for just a second.
Does not compute.
well, actually,
calculating.
So the thing is, we see that Sample pauses, but unfortunately, Sample's brain works so much faster than yours. The pause for him means nothing because he's already had 30 minutes of processing time in between you starting to floss and him responding next. So it definitely does phase him, but only in the sense that you could, only in the sense that an AI could be phased. And so he just says immediately afterwards, I decided to be blunt. Where is the Festus engine? Do you have it? If not, can you build it?
He points to his brain.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Let me...
Is he going to hack my brain?
Well, he can't do that.
Okay.
If he had access to that helmet, he could.
So what you're saying is I shouldn't plug it into the system.
I mean, you'd be giving him a tool for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's gonna make a no roll to basically analyze the fact that it's in your brain, what that could possibly mean, and he spends 30 minutes of processing time, which is about a second, thinking that through to try to figure out what the best strategy is at this point.
There's no way he's predicted that there's a sentient psychic AI robot in my brain. I'm calling hacks.
Wow, he can roll 46 on this, and he still rolled pretty badly.
Oh,
wow. Cool. Yeah. So he's intelligent, but apparently, I think you're right, Fergus. Like, it's a pretty far-fetched scenario for what's actually happened here. And so I think that's his turn, right? He's interrogating you. He's trying to think through a bunch of scenarios based on your response, and then we move on to the next turn. So Hans
reverses time.
No, he can't. Alex can. And so I don't think he's going to have her do it, but I think he says to her, like, Alex, remember that you have the last use of anguish visions. So if you deem it necessary, do it. And Alex doesn't. Let's see. And then I think he looks to Sample and then says, are you getting anything out of the shorter one? And Sample just responds, I'm interrogating. And then
does he tell him that I ask if they're hiring?
No, he doesn't. Han, and then we see the shuttles that are that were going towards the SNS Exarch and then missed it because it drive drilled away or whatever it's called. They head towards the ghost ship instead, and they're still out a little ways. Other than that, I mean, I'm trying to think of if he has anything else he can really do. Because like most of his abilities are like stuff that he has to be at least like in line of sight to do against people. I guess he just moves the ISS Rubicon near the ghost ship. It's Victor Arthur Halverson. You guys are still on the SNS Exarch, obviously. And I think what he's gonna do is he is going to, he'll just fire his thunder gun at you again. He's not particularly picky with his attacks here. So attacking you, Ode. Assuming 19 doesn't hit then.
No, sir.
So he'll go ahead and use
I dodge gravity waves. I don't know.
He probably
I start flossing.
He probably just he doesn't get in a good enough shot as he like comes out from behind cover. He didn't aim well enough. But I think what he'll do is he'll go ahead and use his warrior ability to reroll attacking misses. So, and he misses even harder. So there you go. That's fine. So that's his turn. It's Alex.
To be fair, he's done more damage to me than he has any other time, which is to say that he's hurt me at all.
Yeah.
So
Alex is going to do the thing that she has. I'm gonna double check this ability to make sure it's as OP as I think it is.
Why does everything they do have to be OP?
Because you guys are OP.
I mean, they're all character options.
They're just player characters, right, at your guys' level. So I didn't give them any more than you guys would have had at your level. So
their only weakness is that they're played by Caleb.
Yikes.
The ship I'm on explodes.
We all played Battle for Middle Earth together last night.
Yeah.
I promise, just give me enough time and I'll be able to be good at it. All right, so yeah, basically what's going to happen here, Dylan, is she's going to be teleporting in, slicing, and then teleporting away so quickly that unless and she's going to be doing it on different angles from you. So basically every time you can prepare yourself to attack her if you would like, but you have to guess which square she's going to end up in. And if you get it wrong, then your attack just is going to miss. But so on her turn, she teleports in and attacks you. And misses. So
cool.
Yeah, so she teleports in, misses, and then just like hisses and then teleports away.
Ugh, one of those girls.
That's so lame. Okay.
What's so lame?
She teleports at me and then misses me. That's so lame.
It is a little lame of her.
I know also, I was just complaining that she's OP, but she's really lame at the same time.
She's as lame as you guys are. Let's be real. Like, anyone can miss in this game.
She's salty now. She reverses time.
Yeah, except for Oda.
Right? I think she can only teleport like 10. Well, no, she can teleport a lot because she's probably a higher level psychic. But
she just activated an ability that allows her to do this for the rest of the scene without any consequences. Basically, she's committing
right. Yeah, but I mean, what I mean is that I think when she's doing that flash teleport, as far as I'm aware, she's only moving like 10 feet, which means you can still just run up to her and stab her. As far as I know.
Let me check.
I mean, I guess it's up to you, but maybe there's an increased. Yeah, I don't know. The teleporting rules are a little bit.
Oh yeah, she's level 3 psychic, so she can, level 3 teleportation, so she can go up to 1,000 kilometers.
Right, except that this is her like special link attack thing. Is that her full like
so
distance
it's rift reduplication. Expert teleporters can be infuriatingly difficult to pin down. By committing an additional effort for the day as an instant action, the adept can use personal apportation as an on-turn action, even if they've already used it once this round. Apporting itself costs whatever effort it normally would. Okay. She does have. Wait, let me double check what effort.
So it also means that it still costs effort every time. Oh, but she probably has a thing that makes it not cost effort.
Yes, she does. Yeah, it's effortless. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, there are no downsides to this on here. So she can just
right, but is that the same ability that lets you do the flash attack thing? Because there's an ability that says you can teleport so fast that they can't. Okay.
Well, so the second paragraph is if the adept uses their powers to teleport into a location, perform an action, and then use rift duplication to teleport back out, onlookers in the area will not have time to react to their action or attack the adept unless the onlookers have held their action explicitly to counter the psychic.
Okay. That also means that she doesn't have to guess, right? She
yes, that's actually true. So Dylan, what you can do is you can just not do anything on this round and just say I'm readying my action so the next time she teleports, I get an attack on her. If you like that.
Yeah.
Sounds good. But at the very least, she's not going to be in range of whatever Ode is doing.
Right. Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, she's the other direction of the guy shooting at.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, your comms are down because our comms were me.
Oh.
So,
would we not have like
Till can turn those back on his comms.
Is there a range on that, Fergus?
Definitely further than how far space is.
Fair.
You're not that far away, are you? The thing was literally flying. I made the joke.
You spike drived away. So you're probably really far.
Well,
yeah, I mean,
how far is that to a psychic? I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, it just depends on what his actual range is.
I'll read up.
Yeah, go ahead and read it. But so if you're preparing your action, Dylan, then we move on to Evelyn. Yeah, so the SNS X arc is out of the way for now. What do you do?
So we can't communicate to Fergus.
Actually, it doesn't give a distance.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Sweet. Okay. Well,
it's so powerful.
Evelyn just talks to you, Fergus, and it's like, what's the situation?
Robot hacked the thing I was gonna hack, and now he's gonna eat me. if I don't hack him first, or if I don't hack him back.
What can we do to help without putting the whole ship back in danger with those black nanobots?
Hey, Caleb, what can he do to help me?
You could make a no roll to figure out something like that.
Sure. Okay. Figure out something about the AI.
Well, I was mainly talking Fergus, right?
You could see the future.
That's true. Yeah. I mean, Evelyn, you could just use Oracle or whatever.
Well, yeah, but that's not necessarily
It's also specific
helpful.
to you. Yeah.
It's not necessarily helpful mechanic-wise.
Yeah. And what I was just saying is that... Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So Fergus can't think of anything.
Jeez Louise. Well, I was going to do no. Is there a way that I can roll no to figure out how he can? I guess I don't know. What would be more helpful, hacking the ship that you're on and being able to like port away, or like hacking the robot?
There's a thing Jared just thought of. You could have Till wirelessly try and hack their other ship.
That's true. Yeah, I mean, I could have him do that on his turn, though. I don't necessarily.
You could give him a.
You could roll a lead roll.
Yeah, you could roll lead to have the engineers help him, or whatever, our hackers to help him.
Yeah.
But I kind of want to roll no about this AI to see if we can, or actually just about the ship itself. If there's any like the ship he's on, the ghost ship, yeah. If there's any like exploits that he might be able to use.
Yeah, I mean you can roll a no for that. That's fine.
Especially with those little nanobot guys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Ooh, nice.
You can ask me one question about it, and I'll answer truthfully.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Truthfully? Wow.
At least as far as you could figure out, Evelyn, given the stuff you have access to.
Yeah. I guess so. The black nanobots aren't doing anything to you right now, right?
That's because they're not on the ship yet.
Okay, so they're
going to be there this next turn. Yeah.
Okay. right, so they swung back around. Yeah, I guess. What could Fergus do to use the nanobots to his advantage?
I mean, the main thing that Fergus has over the AI is that Fergus is psychic. So even if the nanobots have been controlled because the AI has control of the ship, it's still Psi-Tech, and Fergus is a very powerful psychic. So really,
the nanobots are still Psi-Tech.
Yeah, and they're Psi-Tech. Yeah, mm-hmm. The nanobots. Okay. So that's the thing that Fergus has over the AIs. The AI isn't psychic, so Fergus can access them in a different way than the AI can, and the AI can't counter it, right? But you know, Evelyn, it's very dangerous. Given what this is like, pre-tech Psi-Tech, one of the most dangerous Psi-Tech weapons that's ever existed.
He already did this. He already did this once. Yeah. So Evelyn's like, Fergus, use your mind to your advantage, and Evangelion, right?
Evangelia.
How many alternate outcomes do you have left?
I don't think you know what that means.
Yeah, you have a psychic.
No, but I don't think like
that's probably not a thing that people talk about, right?
I don't. It's like I have like a
precogs are like the most esoteric of like the
yeah.
Well, so, maybe metascions are, but
the like explanation of alternate outcome is that I sense impending danger and attempt to salvage the action.
Okay.
So I don't think that really.
So, I mean, really, what's happening is Evelyn in her mind is like slightly shifting the little lines of probability every time she senses something like that about to happen.
How many future Who's a What's-Its do you have left?
I actually am just reading it now. I have to see you for alternate outcome to work. The precog can target a visible ally.
No,
I don't
she
think
cannot.
So. And it cannot be used on any one target more than once a turn, once a day. So you only get one. Apparently, each person only gets one. Oh, God, I'm reading these rules. Why do I read rules? Stupid Connor. Anyway,
I love it when Connor reads rules. That's my best. That's my favorite version of Connor.
This is my least favorite thing. This is my least favorite thing to do. I think Evelyn just says, Fergus, I know you've done this once before, but I think you should use the helmet on the nanobots.
I might forego the helmet this time because he's probably going to hack in and steal my Hephaestus engine plans in my brain. So,
you think the AI will hack into the helmet?
Well, I think Caleb's going to hack into my brain and steal the plans
through the helmet.
Yeah,
that's what you think is going to happen.
The issue is, Jared
has access to my brain.
Yeah, Jared has the that piece of Psi-Tech, or that piece of tech, is the only connection that the AI would actually have to go through into his brain psychically. Right? That's actually a piece of technology that the AI can hack into, as opposed to just psychic stuff. So if Fergus uses that, that's going to give the AI an opening.
I mean, I guess.
Yeah. No, Caleb's going to do that. But I'll do the my plan still works.
Okay. I mean, well, I guess I helped you understand the nanobots better and help you understand your advantage.
Can that give me a plus one?
That can give me a plus one. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Cool. Yep. I did something. All right. Next turn. I mean, I guess Evelyn just like informs you about your advantage that you have psychically over it. And I think that conversation probably happens too, of like, use your helmet. And I think Fergus is probably like, scary AI.
You know partially why you know that, Connor, I think, because Evelyn was being trained to be a general for the Imperium.
Right. So these nanobots were something that was already on my mind.
No. Specifically the AIs, I think, is what your thing is. This is like a completely random thing, right? This Psi-Tech thing out of nowhere. You've known for a while, and maybe it didn't come up, but you've known about Project Legion, which is a AI hive mind project that the Imperium's been trying to put together to basically make a bunch of different AIs that would work interconnected to like run a whole planet. And so you've at least read some dossiers on True AI. So you're like, yeah, They can't be psychics, at least in our setting. I think in the actual rulebook they can, but I think in our setting they cannot.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's probably why Evelyn would know that.
Jeez Louise. That's scary stuff.
How does burn work, by the way? Or the psychic burning or whatever?
I think you can spend effort after you run out, and then you just don't get those points back until
okay.
Maybe ever, or like for a long time. I don't know. It's weird.
Okay.
I remember.
I have all my points, so I just wondering if you could use that to like give yourself a boost.
I think it's just spending effort you don't have, but I'm not sure.
Can I spend two effort to make something like extra cool?
What do you mean by that?
Not that I know of.
So if I committed 2 effort instead of 1 effort on something, can I do something extra cool?
No, that's not how it works.
I thought I'd try. All right, I want to like psychically bond to the ship.
To the ship?
The ship's what's controlling the...
It is. Yeah, the core of the ship is, what is controlling it. I think Fergus, that it probably would actually be more, at this point, it might be better to just try to circumvent the core itself entirely and go straight for the nanobots. Try to block them off from the core and make your mind the core, the new core.
Ooh.
Right?
Yeah, I'm going to do that.
Right, because then you won't have to deal with him at all. It will just be, can you control the psychic bots?
So I am going to use the ability that I now remember how it works since listening. I'm going to commit effort to use Evangelia's stat.
Oh, is that how that works?
Yeah, once per effort or whatever.
Oh, got it. Okay.
I can use any one of her skills in place of my own.
Got it. Okay.
For a singular role. And I'm going to use her telepathy, which is 4.
Yes.
The only 2 that I know are her fix is 3 and her program is 4.
Yeah, I mean, most of her stuff is going to be like 3 or 4 because she's like a psychic goddess or whatever.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So would that be good. Telepathy? A telepathy role?
I think so. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Do I roll that with intelligence? Will it ask me to roll that with intelligence?
I think it will, yeah. And probably be intelligence, yeah.
Okay. Oh, oops. Give me a second. I screwed that up. That wasn't very good.
Ooh, yeah, that was not very good at all.
Connor? Can't do it.
I can't. No. Yeah, unless you turn on your video feed.
Oh, is that how that works?
I mean, straight up.
Oh,
for a telepathy? I don't think that's a thing.
No, not turning on his.
Your ship is still all communications are offline.
Alternate
Well,
so you were talking about like actual comms, right, Connor?
Yes.
Yeah. So the SNS Exarch needs someone. Till's going to have to make a roll to get that all back up online. All the communications are down.
Okay.
Well, I kind of forgot Till's turn this time.
No, Till's still at the beginning of the round. We did it.
Yeah, I know. David went, fought him again, and then Till didn't do anything on this turn.
I'm pretty sure he did.
Oh, the last thing he did was the spike drive, and that was the turn before the last one.
Well, let's just say he went up to the bridge. He's running up to the bridge.
Darn.
That's probably what he would do anyway.
Well, what does a 10 get me?
Not much. Honestly, I think your brain gets broken here a little bit. Like we're in the level of high range psychic stuff. So I mean, you fail. That's really that's what happens. So yeah, I think for now you can try to do some stuff. Fergus, you get shunted into the back of your mind. You're where Evangelia is now.
Okay.
And you just hear a buzzing. And the nanobots are definitely using you as the new core, but you're not in control anymore, right? Like they are using your mind as their processing center, but you're in the background now.
But the robot's not in control.
No, Sample isn't. Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever hive mind is controlling, whatever has been controlling the ghost ship all these years, whatever mind that is, that's what's in control of you now. And yeah, you get shunted into the back of your mind. So you can see what Evangelia would usually see. So you can see through your senses, but you sense that someone else takes control for now. Yeah.
I looked at him like, well, that didn't work.
Evangelia just like shakes her head and then just says, "You always try the impossible. Eventually your luck was bound to run out."
Don't worry. I have an idea.
Uh-oh.
Cool. So, Ode, what do you
do? I work very hard to unmute myself. It didn't work. All right. I will shoot him again.
Do it.
29 that time.
Yeah. Yeah.
I rolled a 14.
Yeah, he looks on his last leg here.
Only 13 damage. Gross.
Yeah, it definitely hurt. His armor is starting to like sag, probably like shard plate sort of a thing, right? Like all the light's gone out of it and stuff.
Not looking so hot, buddy.
Shut up. So let's say Till gets up to the bridge, Evelyn.
And the psychic connection definitely goes down.
Oh yeah, right, because Fergus was in charge of that. So nobody has psychic comms anymore.
Oh, yikes.
But luckily Till is there. So Till comes on to the bridge to use the really fast elevator, right? And he just says, "What's going on, Evelyn? The comms, Fergus's comms went down."
I think that means he failed his idea.
What was his idea? What did he try?
Never mind that. a different day, Till. A different day.
He gives you the "I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed" look.
Yeah.
It's better to ask forgiveness than permission.
That's what Fergus always says.
Exactly.
No, so I think she just says like to have him hack the what's it called, the ghost ship.
From here, you do realize we're a good 100, we're a good 1,000 kilometers away from there.
Till, I'm not quite sure why you think that's a problem. You're Till.
Yeah, he just like pauses for a second, just swears in Greek, and then goes over to the panel.
Not that Evelyn knows this, but that won't do anything. They're disconnected from the ship.
What is?
The nanobots, they're not connected to the ship anymore.
Yeah, but you guys don't know that.
My brain is
the
ship. No.
Yeah, but you don't know that. So this would be, exactly. Right. So Till walks over and is like holding his hand like, arthritis. And then he goes ahead and he's going to try a quantum hack. Because he senses right away. So normally like that's basically the same situation. The ghost ship was blocking all incoming signals like you guys were, like Fergus did with your ship. But he's going to try the same thing that the AI tried in that first version of the timeline, and try to do a quantum hack, which is the sort of hack that literally you go through like quantum space, and try to like go through weird quantum vibrations and stuff to try to hack something, even though it's completely disconnected from a network. He's like, I read this on a forum somewhere, and then he just starts. Fergus dropped me a link, and I couldn't help myself. I spent hours on space Wikipedia.
And I think Evelyn just has like a little smirk on her face.
Yeah,
like he gets a +1 to this roll because all of my equipment was left up there.
Oh, sure, okay.
Other than the one piece I brought with me.
Yep. Okay, so he's good at program for sure. He has, he has the 3d6 at least. Yeah, he's not as good as Not as good as Fergus, but he's going to give it his best shot. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be 14. Which he did not hit. Not even close. Alternate outcome?
Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do.
Don't use your last point.
You use alternate
You still have the
outcome.
MacGuffin.
So I did use alternate outcome until earlier, but it didn't. But we
didn't
reversed
count.
time, so I got that.
Yeah.
Every point he spent basically doesn't count.
No, that wasn't my whole question. My whole question was, can you use it on enemies? Can you make them reroll attacks against me?
No. Impending failure, visible ally, or their own self.
But being hit
to
is
reroll
an
a failed hit roll.
Right.
For a visible ally.
For a visible ally.
Well, yeah, I mean,
to reroll a failed hit roll, saving throw, or skill check.
Yeah. That's the enemy's hit roll because I failed to dodge it.
Right, but he can't see you.
No, I don't mean
David,
right now.
David, I think we both know, David. I think we both know.
Look, it works for Jared, all right?
You're right. It does work for Jared, doesn't it? No, okay, I use alternate outcome then.
Okay, sounds good.
Oh, why did I hit sense the need 1,200 times?
I have no
That's
clue.
So weird.
Yeah, I was wondering.
I didn't mean to do that, and I'm not even using that.
You really need
I'm not sure what happened.
I'm so excited for my next turn.
One off. So
no, but I gave him a +1, I thought.
I already added that in. Yeah.
Did you give him the +1 from me?
Oh, wait. No, I didn't.
My gubbins.
Hey.
Wait, how are you giving them +1, Evelyn?
Remember? Oh.
How am I?
Yeah. You weren't doing that. You're just giving him alternate outcome. You didn't roll a lead roll for him.
No, I rolled a lead roll last turn.
Yeah, you said everyone got a +1.
For the spike drill. This is different.
No, he did it again.
Oh, no, you're right. You had the hackers. Yeah, yep. I remember this now. Yeah, you did do that. You did do that.
All right.
Yep. So he gets it right on the money on 14. And he just says, "Holy crap! I didn't think that would actually work." Unfortunately, the only thing that actually really does is give the AI access to your ship. Because the Psytech stuff it's not even connected to the ship anymore. So you immediately hear never gonna give you up blasting through your guys' speakers. All your comms get turned back online. And then Tills just says, "There's something in the system." And then it's Sample's turn.
Does he not recognize that it's Fergus?
It's not Fergus. That's the thing.
Oh, that's not what he's referencing.
No.
Oh,
there's something in the system.
Okay.
Does he sense that Fergus isn't connected, or the nanobots aren't connected to the thing anymore?
No, because basically he does the hack, and then immediately the AI is doing all of its stuff.
Gotcha.
Let's see. So, Fergus, is there any database on this entire ship that has any information about the Hephaestus engine?
I mean, with how paranoid Fergus is, I don't think he wouldn't have anything connected to the ship connected to that.
Yeah.
He'd keep it all on floppy disks. He has a stack of 32,000 floppy disks that it's stored. No, I'm joking.
I was going to say, Jared, you're the only person I play RPG with that when you ask for something in my favor, I don't want it to happen.
Yeah, no. The floppy disk thing was obviously a joke.
Yeah.
But I don't think he'd have anything connected directly to the ship.
I honestly, I think Sample would know that because of his time that he just spent trying to process your "it's all in my head" thing. So I think he gathered that, so he's not going to waste an action trying to search on the ship for that. But
because I think per canon, I said it's in a flash drive, but whatever the space equivalent is, that's not. It's probably not plugged into anything in the ship.
Yeah, so he could probably try to quantum hack it, but he doesn't know where to start with that. So, yeah, I mean, I think he's just gonna use his main action to commit effort to defeat security. So obviously that's all what that whole thing was. They're never going to give you up, blasting into it, and things happening. So basically, he just is committing an effort to like take control of the ship through that hack that Till just did. So that's his turn. And so I don't think he starts a cascading system failure yet. But he is now in control of all of your stuff. And Till knows.
Yikes.
And then it's Hans, and Sample just says like to him, I have control of both ships now, but something is going on with the psychic. The little boy.
What are the nanobots doing? Are they attacking them now?
Yeah, so that's the real question. I think on your turn, I'll have it do stuff. Okay. But for right now, it just gets to the ship, basically. That's what happened. And it's not doing anything yet. So Hans, I mean, really, he's just kind of like watching it all unfold, because like this is all his plan. He was the one who did the precog to like see it all unfold, but he can't really do a whole lot from right here. So he's just kind of waiting it out.
You can roll leadership. Give her a +1.
That's true. Yeah, and he'll be guiding Sample with what he's doing. Well, he has concert of minds actually, so he can do this to everybody. Yeah, I'll just have him make a lead check to like give +1s to everybody as he's like coordinating his team.
Did you love how helpful I am, Connor?
Oh yeah. This time, Jared. This time.
I think that's enough for a +1. I think it's like an 8, and it gives you a +1. So +1 to everybody for his crew. All right, it's Victor Arthur Halverson. His turn.
That name gets me every time.
And he is going to just fire at you again, Ode.
Yep, go for it.
And he misses again.
Deepa wants to know my location.
Bummer.
What?
Man, he rolled a 3.
That's the second time he's rolled
really
a 3.
Badly.
Yeah,
he's getting really frustrated because you're like, you don't have any armor on. He has all this high tech equipment, and you're just still like just dodging him somehow. He's just like, what is going on?
I'm just like, yeah, I'm literally not even wearing a shirt, and I'm just like heckling him the whole time.
Right, exactly. He's hating it so much. Cool. So Alex is going to go ahead and teleport and attack you, Dylan. But you can attack her back since you've prepared your action. She gets a 17 on you. Is that what's your AC?
19, I believe. Yeah.
Cool. Yep. So she misses. Let's see.
Yeah, but how do you not roll above like a 10 ever?
I don't know. I really don't know, Jared. But yeah, go ahead and make an attack on her, Dylan, because you're like getting ready and like waiting, and then you see the like telltale sign of like the shimmering in the air, or that. Yeah,
you feel the space next to you. I mean, to be honest, if someone actually teleported, it would be like everyone would fly away from them as their matter immediately
filled the air and made the air go. Yeah, fly out.
But so maybe you just
feel the breeze,
change your pressure. And
your ears pop, and then you just look.
With the +1 modifier, right?
Yes. Yeah, that's true, because soldiers have shown up at this point and are firing on the two combatants. Yeah.
25.
Oh, dang.
Roasted.
Yep. Only 7 damage, though.
Shock damage?
It just does normal damage. Shock damage is only for if you miss.
Yeah, it's like pity damage, basically.
If you're attacking somebody with a really low armor class and you miss, you just do damage anyways. But it basically never matters because it's like 13 armor class or something.
Yeah.
Cool stuff. Yeah. So she teleports away, and then you hear like echoing through the corridor, like in some dark part of the corridor you can't see, like, lucky hit, Dylan, dearest.
Oh boy.
Now it's your actual turn, Dylan. Do you want to do the same thing? Just ready your action for next time?
Yeah.
Sounds good. Yeah, we see Dylan like in the corridor by herself, like a little bit of ways from where Ode and Victor are having their shoot off, and you're just like tensely waiting for her to show up again. And a couple of the soldiers from the Revolution from Evelyn's crew like are so waiting tensely with you with like monoblades as well. Like, what do we do? And you're just like, wait. All right, Evelyn. It's Evelyn's turn.
Oh, hey. What has it been my turn for?
Just a couple seconds.
Okay. Is there anything that immediately happened that I just...
they're just facing off in the hallway against people.
Okay.
Still.
But
yeah, the ship is being taken over by an AI. So.
Yeah. Jeez Louise. Okay, so as in our ship.
Yes, your ship. Yes,
okay.
X-Arc.
Just making sure you're not talking about the ghost ship. So I was like, I didn't
Fergus, what about the Void's Grace? Does the Void's Grace have any?
I mean, I don't think you'd plug it into the ship's, like, any of the ship's main or stuff connected to the ship. But, like, stuff.
Fergus, there are video logs of everything that happened on the Void's Grace.
Not in my bed fort. No cameras in the bed fort.
Okay, that's true. Yep.
Yeah, I set this up from episode.
You also said that was a joke.
The bed fort?
Yeah.
The bed fort's not a joke.
No, the bed fort was definitely not a joke. It was
I literally hid the Hephaestus engine in the bed fort.
No, it was a joke because you said, we said, oh, well, Till comes and helps you. And I'm like, in your bed fort? And he was like, yeah, I mean, the bed fort was before I realized you needed to like work on stuff and build things.
I don't think that happened.
Yeah, I just listened. That was only like 2 episodes I listened to. Although then you ended up not needing Till because you had
yes, I know,
but we never established whether or not that meant you were still in the fort or not. So I guess it's up to you.
He also like mentions the bed fort multiple times throughout the series.
Yeah, that might have been a contradiction because
it's fine.
Or
so basically, anything you did secret was like underneath the bed fort, and so yeah. Okay, sounds good. I'm just making sure, like, because I know that the AI has access to like all the data on the ship now. So,
do we not scrub? Has Till not been scrubbing our video logs? Oh my gosh!
I mean, he probably has.
Fergus is going to have a talk with him.
He probably has, but this is also a true AI, and almost no data is ever completely scrubbed.
And not to mention, like, any whatever data he would have gotten, I've only constructed the case.
Thus far. Also true.
So,
what do you do?
What I think I'd like to do is just make a lead roll to be like, I can't think of like names at the top of my head. Like you and you, all these people. Like, you take that computer. You take that computer, and I need you to, lock them out of this section, and you lock them out of that section until, you do this, and
just trying to do
all
a counter
the like
hack.
Techno mumbo jumbo, counter hack. Let's take this ship back.
All right, sounds good. Do it.
And I'm using intelligence because I'm. This is all about my knowledge of programming.
Sweet. Yep.
12.
I think
which
that's
is supposed to, then, yeah?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Ooh.
Sounds good. Cool stuff, right, Fergus? So you're trapped in your mind. The psychic nanites or whatever they are swarming in a cloud around you.
Caleb.
Yes.
I need you to let what's about to happen.
Uh-oh.
I'll let you finish describing the scene.
I was just trying to figure out in my head what the mind controlling these things would even want. So feel free to just say what you're going to say. That'll probably give me more ideas anyway.
Okay. So you see Fergus shapeshift into a beautiful red-haired man with his hair slicked back. And
you're metamorphing into Rick Astley.
What? Yeah. And then you hear, we're no strangers to love. No rules. And so do I.
So basically, Fergus is going to try to control them from within his own mind by becoming Rick Astley.
I just want to tell you how I'm feeling.
Strategy.
Gotta make you understand. Never gonna give you up. And like he's doing the whole dance.
Yeah. Yep. And so this is Fergus doing it from inside his mind, but like in such a way that we want to try to like psychically link like convince the nanobots that you should be in control.
Man.
Yep. I'm going to commit effort to.
I've never wanted to do anything more in my life.
That was pretty awesome.
He's going to commit effort to do the telepathy thing again with her while he's doing the dance.
Yep.
Is that enough for a +2?
For making the whole room laugh.
Jared, this is enough for allowing you to do it.
Okay.
Right? Like.
Okay.
If we were playing Burning Wheel, you would have just gotten the humor fate point there.
Oh man.
The highest roll I think we've seen ever.
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
Jared, I wouldn't have had it any other way.
Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah. So the whole time you start doing that, right? So you start singing and doing the dance, and Evangeli's just like, "What? No, stop, please stop!" Like, what are you doing? I am so uncomfortable right now. And then she starts to realize that it's working. That like I think what happened is whatever mind took control of your mind is a very like, it's not meant to. It's a very brainless sort of virtual psychic intelligence that's only job is to like, destroy ships nearby sort of thing, right? That was his one prerogative. And so it's just kind of like sitting there like, but this is the ship that we were in. So like there's a little bit of like hesitation there as it was trying to like figure out what its next target was or like what it was supposed to do. And then it starts to hear the song from within the psychic brain, right? Within the psychic link, and it's just like, oh, there you go. That's the piece we were missing. Like that's the song that's been directing us the entire time. And then you manage to gain control again. And yes, so now there is a swarm of huge, fist-sized nanobots, like black vessels swirling around you. What do? You have control over them. You can tell them to do something. Actually, I guess you can't because that was your turn. So you did that, and now you're in control of them, and then we would go to the next turn. Yeah. So, how long does it take you? What's the criteria for setting back up the telepathy thing? Do you have to actually be near people to set it up? You look that up while we go to the next. So, it's your turn if you want to go ahead and shoot him again.
I do indeed want to do that exact thing. Let's see. I'm running out of bullets though.
It doesn't say.
Yeah, it doesn't say. So I guess first, if you want to,
I got a 20.
36 altogether. Dang.
Is there a crit in this game? I rolled a natural 20.
Don't know.
I think
it doesn't. It doesn't matter though because he has a thing that allows him. So he has an ability called Die Hard. He has level 2 of Die Hard. So the first time each day you're reduced to 0 hit points by an injury, you instead survive with 1 hit point remaining. So, right. So he goes down to 1. So you do massive damage to this dude, and just like his armor, like piece of his armor just like rips off, and he's like his helmet. Let's just say his helmet rips off, and you see his face at this point now. Yeah. But he is literally just like lying on the ground, and then he slowly gets back up.
I think I assumed that I beat him. I'm like, GG boys, and then he like, and then I guess I turn around to like fight the other.
And he does the thing where he's like on one knee, like starting to get up again. He's like, the game's not over yet, little boy. And he stands up, and you see his like awesome, handsome, scarred face.
Like, hey, that's not fair.
Hacks, cheats.
Your HP hit 0. You're not supposed to get back up.
Exactly. Cool. So I'm gonna update his token now that we have his face revealed. And go ahead and drag that out. All right. So that happens. And it's Till's turn. And Till's like, he's like frantically trying to hack stuff, right? And then he looks at you, and he's like, I have never seen anything like this before. It's like 1,000 people are hacking at once. I don't know if we're going to be able to do this, Evelyn.
I think
I'll try it if you tell him to, but.
Oh yeah. I think Evelyn looks at him and just says, Till, you can do this. I believe in you. And I think it seems kind of robotic coming from her.
Yeah.
Where it's like she's willing to say stuff like that now, but at the same time,
it still just doesn't sound right coming from her.
No, it doesn't sound like she means it, even though
she does. She's trying to mean it.
Yeah.
I want to believe in you, Till. Do it.
You're right.
All right, so he gets a +2 to this. And I think it's really just hacking off, so versus test basically between him and the AI. So the AI is going to make a hacking test. So his roll is 16. He got the max. He got his max.
That's awesome.
The issue is
another 16. Those are the two.
Hey, did you add my +1?
No, I didn't. So you got a 17.
We broke the record twice today.
Good thing still counts as 3001, huh?
No, right, exactly. That's probably what someone's line will be after if he succeeds this. But yeah, the AI is going to try to hack back, and this will decide it, right? So if the AI doesn't succeed on this, then he's locked out.
But he's going to auto succeed.
As in the AI is locked out permanently. Then
no, I'm not going to allow him to auto succeed on this, Fergus. He'll roll. Okay, cool. So program. I don't think he has any extra bonuses on this though. Yeah, I mean he could commit effort, but he's already committed 2 of his effort. And I think he's at the very least overconfident in his abilities against a mere flesh bag, and so he's gonna just try rolling. Because I want to be nice to you and not try to not waste that roll. That's 17. All right, here we go. Yeah.
Nice.
He has a good roll, but that was the absolute max, and you had several bonuses there. So
by the way, he also has -2 to that roll.
Sample does?
Yeah.
How so?
He should have been having -2 to all of those. Because there's an item that does that. You get -2 whenever someone hacks you.
Oh, interesting. Okay, cool. Yeah, so he does this, and he says there's like 1,000 people are hacking at once, and then you say Till, I believe in you, and then he does it, right, and like someone just says we did it, we locked it out. I don't even know what it was, and Till just is like, whew. And then I don't think Till would be the one to say the 1001 comment. I don't know if Evelyn would either.
Probably not. It sounds like something Fergus or Road would say. But.
So if someone thinks it, but no. Well, honestly, you guys are. Fergus can just bring the comms back up, the telepathic comms automatically. So maybe you guys heard that, and someone says, maybe Fergus.
Oh, definitely Fergus. I think, right?
Yeah, I feel like that makes sense.
Yeah, come back with the 1001.
Yeah.
Good thing you count as 1001, Till. Cool. Yeah. I needed that line to actually be spoken aloud because it was too good not to be. But I know neither Till or Evelyn would actually say that.
No, yeah.
Cool. So Sample has been shut out of the system, but he has learned every single piece of data that is on the SNS Exarch or the Void's Grace. And even stuff you've probably tried to scrub, he's been able to pick up pieces of it because, that's how data works. Unless you completely replace hard drives. Yeah. So he's, he didn't get nothing from that, and he fades back into the ghost ship. And he probably just leaves one message as a last parting thing on the screen. And so you guys probably see let's see, how would he say this? So many secrets. Period. That's just the one text bubble that comes up on the screen. Yeah, exactly. Cool. Oh, that's perfect. Good note, David. Good note. Yeah, if anyone else has any secret things that this AI has learned that would have been on various hard drives of people, please let me know.
I'm not telling you.
I mean, you have to
No, I
because
can't
the
think of
AI.
anything.
I'm pretty sure I know everything about your backstory, Evelyn. So.
Oh yeah, but I don't think there's anything like on data pads or anything like that. No, I don't think
so. I mean, he knows about the ping that you're heading towards and all that stuff.
Right. I'm assuming he already knew about that.
Yeah.
Does he know about? Oh crap! I can't remember. Does he know about odd search history?
What?
Does he know Ode's search history?
I mean, yes.
What have I searched besides bunches of guns?
Exactly.
That was a joke.
Oh, yeah. I see.
A dirty joke, Fergus. Get out of here.
You're the one who's always turning his laptop off and everyone walks into the room. Okay.
Dude, I just want to play RuneScape and Spacescape and Thieves.
Cool. So yeah, Sample fades away from the system. Is still in charge of the ghost ship though. And honestly, I mean, he obviously sees that you've controlled the nanoswarm, and so I think he just decides at this point he's just gonna blow you up. And so you just hear on the speakers of the ship, Fergus. All right, I guess we're going to my original plan, and then the ship just explodes. So
I mean, there probably is like a countdown, right?
No, there is not.
He doesn't have to roll
because this is a true AI and he's smarter than that.
Yeah.
I mean, even if you wanted to blow up the ship without a countdown, you still have to do something that would blow it up, like overload a core or something, right?
Yeah, I mean, he'll commit effort to overload the core and automatically.
But doesn't that take time?
Let's see.
Or is this a 0 to 60 and 3.5 kind of core?
Mm-hmm. It seems kind of like a design flaw if someone can just blow up your entire ship with one hack.
This is also okay. I'm gonna make a no roll for him.
Okay.
To see if he can if he can figure out a way to just instant blow it up.
Plus, the ship is 3,000 years old.
Yes, but he's also an AI. So.
Oh yeah, no.
Does the ship even have power?
There might not be a ton, like it might not be a huge explosion.
There's some sort of self-sustaining psytech core that's been powering it for 1,000 years. Yeah.
Wait, so this is like a tier 5 or like a TL5 ship,
It's
right?
like a TL6 ship, yeah.
Oh, geez. Well, it's probably impossible to blow up. It probably
or it really depends.
It probably requires a psychic mental imprint or something ridiculous.
It really depends, and we'll see what the roll says.
Only Rick Astley can commit suicide on this ship.
Oh, hey, you know what? He has another thing that I didn't realize. Commit processing for the scene as an on-turn action to automatically succeed at any no skill check if success is at all possible. Yeah. So I'm just gonna have him commit effort.
Is the schematics for the Rick Astley ship something that exists in the universe?
I mean, it's on the ship itself. It has a schematics file.
Yes.
Yeah, so he's just gonna. He only has just he's running out of effort.
That's fine.
Just letting you know this is a resource.
Maybe.
The ship blows up. Fergus, you do have a swarm of nanobots, so you can try to protect you. Like they can literally form a shield for you if you wanted them to. You just have to roll to make them do something like that. So or commit effort or whatever you want to do. Just depends on what you're trying. So, how would you try to survive a catastrophic explosion where a sci-tech nuclear power plant, mini nuclear power plant, just goes cataclysmic instantly?
I use thermokinesis to freeze the core, so it can't explode.
Yeah, do you have that?
I do.
What does it actually say? Yeah,
let's actually read this.
Okay, you have to commit effort. Cannot affect objects larger than the adept could lift with their telekinetic manipulation. What's your telekinetic manipulation?
I have.
Oh, this ability does not work on objects being held or used by intelligent creatures.
I mean,
I guess it doesn't. I don't know. That's a weird
then I just
wording.
couldn't. Then I just couldn't use that on a spaceship.
Yeah, that's true.
Or anything.
That's true. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Okay.
So yeah, as long as you commit effort and you can lift it. So tell me what your ton limit is on that, or your kilogram limit or whatever.
400 kilograms.
400 kilograms. 400 kilograms, 2 pounds. Because I'm a pleb. 881 pounds. I mean, it's definitely made of like some sort of like super dense, like weird exotic metal or something, but probably.
I don't think I need to freeze the metal. I just need to freeze.
That's what I was going to say. It's like I think it's probably fine. You can probably make it work. So he tries to do this, and well, wait a second. It's a main action, Jared.
Oh.
It has to be on your turn, so he's already exploded it by the time you would be able to do this.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a good thought, but you just don't have the ability to.
What if I
do it instantly? Sure. You know what? If you torch Fergus, how much effort do you have?
Like left?
Yeah. That you haven't committed.
2, 3 if I drop my my adult form. And 4 if I drop the psychic armory.
I think if you drop one of those things and burn all of it away and then torch once, or so you have a choice here. You can burn all your effort, including the telekinetic armory and the metamorph, and it just happens instantly. You don't have to torch. Or you can choose one of those and have to torch. Or you can choose neither of those and have to torch twice.
Boy.
Right, but you can do it either way there, based on those options. David, you're muted if you're trying to say something.
Sorry.
Okay, got it.
How bad is torching?
It's not terrible. You can like lose attribute points, but attributes.
So I did it once, and I lost 1 wisdom score due to it,
but not a wisdom bonus. So most of the time, you're not actually going to lose a bonus from it.
No, actually, I did lose a wisdom bonus for it.
Are you really?
Yeah. I lost 1 point of wisdom, and it bumped me down to.
Oh dang!
+0.
I will torch them.
Or -1 or something like that.
Well, I don't even know if I'll need the kinetic armory. I have nanobots now.
Yeah.
Jared, I actually did that for you. I remember listening to that episode. I torched for you.
It worked though.
It did. It was great.
Should I torch and keep my armory active, or should I use all 4? Because if I get rid of the telekinetic armory, I'm basically defenseless.
I think Caleb just thinks it'll be really interesting to watch you torch, so might as well.
Sure, I'll torch.
I mean, torching is fun. I think it's fun.
Okay.
All right, let's find that rule. Torching. Psychic powers. Here we go. Alrighty. Roll a d6, Jared.
5.
Lose 1 point from an attribute you choose.
Oh, you lucky duck.
I will bring wisdom down to 11.
Sounds
and
good.
Nothing happens with that.
Yeah. Yeah, so you break your brain a little bit, you stretch it to its very limits. You become a little bit dumber in the process in terms of, I mean, let's be real. Fergus has not had a whole lot of wisdom to begin with here. He's a little reckless. But you managed to do it just in time. So we see a miniature explosion start to go off, and in Fergus's like psychic brain, he just like quells it by like expending an immense amount of psychic power. Yeah, exactly. And you hear Sample say, "How clever."
You hear over the line, "Evelyn, I'm not doing so great anymore."
Fergus, what's happening, Fergus? Are you all right?
I had to torch a lot.
Yeah, so then Sample turns to Crawl and then says, "It seems that he has frozen the core for now, but you should be able to fire on the ship and achieve the same effect." And then Crawl nods and says, "We are in range." And then we just see like a array of missiles come out of the side of the ship and just and then fire at the ship.
I've always loved you. No, I'm kidding.
So I'll go ahead and make a roll for the ship to see how well that goes.
Evelyn,
just
they're
unloading
shooting shit missiles at me.
Yeah, just unloading a battery of missiles on the ghost ship at this point.
Fergus, what do you need us to do?
Help.
Erase my search history.
It's too late. They already have it.
Yeah, it's true.
I guess the question Evelyn is asking you, Fergus, is like, do you need us to come back with the ship? Do you need us to because we booted away, so we're not even close to you. Do you need us to come back? Is the question.
Oh, you're not even going to bail? I don't think. Yeah, you're not going to be able to come. I don't. This sucks.
Yeah.
Wait, I thought the ship was in drill spike space.
Which ship?
What?
Oh wait, are they firing from their own ship?
Yeah, from the ISS Rubicon.
Oh, okay. I thought they were. I was very confused. Never mind.
They're in a tiny ship though, so it can't be that good, right? Right, Caleb?
Say again.
They're in a tiny ship, so it can't be that good, right?
I mean, it wouldn't be able to have any super impressive weapons.
I mean, no,
your ship's already falling apart. So
they're in like a. They're not in a tiny ship. They're in a Let's see. A heavy frigate.
Oh, okay. It doesn't seem that big, but that's just probably because of the map that we're on.
Oh, frigate. I'm like, well, they're about to fire missiles at me, and I have no defense against it. So do what you will with that information, Evelyn.
Yeah, I guess Evelyn's like, we can't drive back. I don't know what you need from us.
Okay, plan B then. I'll just throw myself at their ship.
So I'm trying to figure out, David.
Yeah, what's up?
So it's saying like torpedo launcher on a spaceship does 3d8 damage, but I'm assuming that's like there's a difference there between ship weapons and regular weapons. Do you happen to know what that is?
I mean, if you shot a person with it, I assume the rule is they die. If you shot a ship with it, I assume the ships just also have HP, right? It's 3d8 damage to the ship.
Right. So I'm just trying to figure out how much damage I should do to like roll for Jared if this hits.
Well, I don't think you do any damage to the people in the ship, right? I imagine it's like once the ship explodes, they die. I don't. Most of the time, I don't see.
That's fair.
Like,
yeah. You're right.
Yeah. I mean, in this case, the ship is like open to the vacuum, so maybe it's more likely. But yeah. I don't think there's rules for that. I'd be surprised.
I mean, yeah. So basically, I don't think there needs to be a whole lot of rolling here. They've locked on to an empty ship that's just sitting there. They're going to destroy it. Fergus, how do you stop from being blown up along with the ship?
I mean, you should just jump out into space.
Yeah. I'm gonna.
You're gonna get accelerated blast very rapidly in a random direction, but we'll come get you. Don't worry.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Wait, you can fly. Just fly. Come on.
Well, he has to torch to fly now. Unless he doesn't have any. Unless he can
you hold two. What's the other one you hold all the time?
Bio, my right? Shapeshift.
Turn back into a kid and fly.
Oh no, I had to get rid of that.
Oh, did you get rid of your psychic armory then?
No.
Get rid of that and fly away. Or is that the only reason you can breathe? I don't know.
Oh no, I'm wearing my space.
He's actually wearing a vac suit at this point.
Then if you turn back into a child in a vac suit, that might be a problem.
Oh, that is a problem, Jared. I didn't even think about that. You're in a vac suit made for an 18-year-old. You're the short 13-year-old child. That's hilarious.
I don't know if it would
yeah, just flops down.
To like break the seal or anything, but it would be very strange. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's up to.
He wouldn't be able to move very easily in it.
But he moves telekinetically anyways. So
I mean, yeah, as long as you kept your telekinetic armory up, honestly, Fergus, you could probably just like shotgun away into 0 Gs, right? Like into space.
Yeah, I have to commit effort to. But yeah, I can do. Yeah, I'll do that. Can I?
So I think it's just gonna be a matter of
the nanites to make it look like I'm a piece of debris.
Okay. Yeah. So first, roll a telekinesis roll for me to see if you can blast yourself away quick enough and at a good enough angle, to get out of the ship without it, as it explodes, to not be ripped through with it. Yeah. So you're gonna take damage, but you manage to like get clear of the actual explosion. So you take 9 damage as you fly into space. And then if you want to roll telepathy to try to make the nanoswarm go around you and look like it's just like random debris.
Could I do program to take it a step further and like try and hide their electronic like signature and like my body heat?
Reprogram their shapes and there's a whole bunch of stuff you can do with that. Okay. So the issue is I don't think you can do program because you're directly psychically connected to them. Like that's how you're doing all of this. So I think it's going to have to be telepathy.
Okay. I thought it was sci-tech.
But it is sci-tech, but you're not controlling it through a panel. You're literally moving it with your mind.
Can I plug the brain box into my black slab?
The like brain helmet?
Yeah.
And do what? Like to connect to them?
I don't. Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
I'm just trying to think of what you're trying to do there.
My telepathy is only a +1.
Yeah. I also don't think you have enough time to do that.
Yeah.
So yeah, telepathy. I think.
Go. Good roll, please. 9. That's kind of
9's not terrible. So I think it's just like you'll get a delay for them figuring out where you went, right? But it's not going to last forever. So you're floating in space, pretending to be debris for now. But they'll catch on sooner or later.
They blew up my ship, Evelyn. I'm floating through the void of space.
You also noticed that Fergus's voice has dropped several octaves. Lifted several octaves.
I'm running out of juice here, Evelyn.
Yeah, I think Evelyn is just feeling helpless right now. Like she doesn't know like what she can even do. Like she doesn't know, like she can't drive back. So like she's just kind of at a loss for what are her options.
Yep.
I guess could we jump the Void's Grace back?
Yes. I mean, at this point, at this point, the SNS Exarch isn't in danger. Except if they're going to attack you, but you have a much bigger ship than they do.
Wait, so we could kick drive back?
You could, yeah. I mean, because the issue was the nanoswarm and the AI controlling it, and both of those have been solved. So,
for some reason, I was under the assumption that we used like our last spike drive or something.
Nope. No. That's not how it works. It's just going to take, if you want to have Till attempt it in the same quickness, it's going to be very difficult and it might go catastrophically wrong. But you can wait 15 minutes and do it for free.
Jared, do you think it's more interesting if you like
die?
No, not die. Like get captured here or something?
I don't know if they're going to capture. I don't know. It seems they've been pretty heck bent on blowing me to smithereens.
Right.
Your call. You're the.
I mean, I don't even know.
You're the big leader, man.
I don't think we're too worried about what's going to happen to him, right? I mean, what are they going to do?
They're going to kill me.
How?
with their giant spaceship.
I mean, how are they going to target you? You're a 7-year-old. Like their ship's weapon's not going to track a 7-year-old in space.
I guess I can play chicken for 15 minutes, maybe.
Yeah. What would you try to? Well, I guess it doesn't matter now because that was Han's turn. Now it's Juliana's turn, and she is going to teleport back and attack Dylan. again. Mono blades. Well, she misses. Okay.
Ow.
So go ahead and do your
Get her.
Roll the 5.
go ahead and do your
Man.
prepared attack, Dylan. +1 because you have soldiers helping you.
Her roll still hasn't shown up for me, so I don't know how long this is going to take.
Yeah.
Oh, also a note on. Oh, nice.
I haven't seen it yet. What'd you get?
26.
Nice.
10 damage.
10 damage. Okay, sweet. Yeah, so you cut her. You get a good long gash across her chest. And she actually cries out in pain at that point, legit anguished pain, and she's just like, oh crap, and then teleports away. And we see her. Well, I think the shot continues with her, and she just goes, oh, Hans, I think this might be a bust. I'm gonna teleport back. Should I bring Victor or leave him? And Hans just says, his father's going to kill me if we leave him. Please grab him. Yeah, and so that's her turn. But and then Dylan, you have your an actual regular turn. I assume you're just going to prepare because you didn't hear any of that, so I assume you're preparing an action to attack her again.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I mean,
you're going to come back from.
yeah. Is Dylan saying anything to anyone during this time? What's going through Dylan's head right now? Because you see Ode blasting away at this guy down the corridor a little bit.
And you're all able to hear Fergus's dire straits over the.
That's true. Yeah, you're hearing all the telepathy comms too.
Oops, ignore that.
No, she's probably not saying anything to anyone because she's still assuming this gal's going to come back and attack her again. And she's just focusing on that.
Yep, makes sense.
One thing that I did just think of this session that would be different about her appearance this season is that her hair dye is probably a lot more faded than it was last season. So her roots are grown out quite a bit.
Yeah, what's her actual hair color?
Brown.
Okay, yeah. So we're starting to see Dylan's roots poke through there. Yeah, that makes sense. Because I don't think Dylan's had a chance to dye her hair again. So yeah. Cool. All right, Evelyn, do you want to order Till to jump this shit back?
Yeah, I think I will, but I think I'm going to prioritize the well-being of the whole crew. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if I want to risk a full like a rush spike drive just in case I kill everybody.
So you're just telling to prepare a regular run?
Yeah, I guess unless there's a reason why maybe she wouldn't even bother being oh, that's risky, unless there was somebody that mentioned it to her, if you try this.
Maybe Evelyn wouldn't even think of the consequences there.
Yeah. So I guess, do you want to say I say that to Till and Till's
sure. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Yeah. So what would you actually say to Till? Because this is just Evelyn's assuming, we're doing the same thing again. We got to go save Fergus.
Okay, Till, kick drive back. Do it now. Spike drive, not kick drive. I don't know why I keep saying kick drive.
Evelyn, I don't think you quite understand how difficult that was the first time. We are incredibly lucky the ship didn't rip in two. Are you sure you want me to try that again? Fergus can handle himself, can he? Yeah. It's I don't want to be ripped in two, thank you.
Yeah, I think I want to have an exchange with him though too of but you're Till? Who said what he said before? What he said before.
He just looks at you. Evelyn, I'm not invincible. None of us are. I can't accomplish the impossible. Most of this has been luck. One thing. I know that Fergus is in trouble, but you have to think about everyone else on this ship. What happens if we get there and maybe we do save Fergus, but the ship rips in two and half of your men are dead? Do you need that on your conscience?
I think she probably just like hesitates and then just like psychically calms back to Fergus. Like, Fergus, we're going to be a little bit.
I'll go as fast as I can, Evelyn.
It's okay. I have an idea.
Yeah.
I think Till and Evelyn probably just. Yeah, exactly. I think Till and Evelyn just give each other a look like, another idea. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Till's going to work on it. But he can, 15 minutes is the safe time you can do this in. So.
This isn't my turn, is it? Or is this Till's turn?
That's your turn. Yeah. So what do you
That was my turn?
Yeah. Are you just rolling a lead to give him a bonus when he actually does it?
Yeah, I suppose that's probably what I should do.
So this is the thing. So if Till takes the full 15 minutes, he doesn't actually have to roll. Because he has Starfarer.
I see.
But you could try to get him to do it in like a couple minutes rather than 6 seconds, and so have it be risky, but still like safer. Up to you.
Right.
Yeah, to be honest, you're literally just spike driving back into the same place you just were. So I think he says to you, like, I can do it in 1 minute.
Okay. So, and what do you mean by that is? Like mechanically wise, what do you mean by that?
He'll make a roll, but it will be a much less difficult and risky roll.
Okay.
Is that 10 rounds of combat?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, holy crap.
Yeah, so is that what Evelyn wants to go with?
I think so. In which case, I'll roll.
Lead.
What's it called?
Yep.
Lead. Yeah.
Good. That's what I figured.
Yeah. I think that's the best thing we can do here.
The best thing that could be happening.
Maybe not that. This is certainly not the best thing that could be happening. Not gonna lie.
So yeah, go ahead and make out a lead.
I'm trying to. I guess roll 20 is being kind of weird for me. There, okay. I hit the button and then it just didn't pop up. The input thing didn't pop up.
So yeah, just +1.
Okay, that's not great, but yeah. All right, well.
All right, Fergus, what's your idea?
I'm gonna hack their ship.
Okay.
Can I spike drive them into the sun?
You are not anywhere near a sun. You're in the outer reaches of the coast system.
Can I spike drive them into the planet?
There is no planet near you. You're literally in the void of space.
Spike drive them into the other ship.
The ship, the other ship is dead. Yeah.
There's debris.
That's
right?
true. There's debris. Yeah.
Just find a big enough piece of debris and it won't matter.
Could I do that? Is that an option?
As we talked about before, it's not, you can't like hyperdrive them through it, but you can make them spike drive and then like come out of drive space inside the debris. But you'll have to like turn off a bunch of safety features on there. To be honest, it's actually not that hard because it takes a long time to make sure that everything is going to be safe for the jump. It's probably easier to make it more dangerous.
Yeah.
So is it possible to like micro spike drive into the debris?
Into the debris? Yes, it is. but you'll have to go face to face with the AI.
Okay.
You know what you could also do, the Fergus? You can just send the nanoswarm at it. Like, they're literally made to eat spaceships.
I guess, but then they're just going to blow me up.
That's true. I know. But you could have them go to the guns first or something.
Yes, they are.
But again, I mean, how are they gonna shoot you?
Yeah. It's gonna be Caleb's 120 roll.
Yeah.
He's only rolled one roll over 10 so far. It's coming. And the thing is, I don't know what the rules on this are, so it's hard to make that choice.
I mean, let's be real. There are no rules for either of the things that we've just mentioned. They would be completely homebrew.
Well, I understand one because it's just a program roll.
Yeah.
I don't even begin to know what this would do.
I mean, Nanoswarm would be you trying to control it with telepathy.
Okay. Like what? How much damage would they do?
It really depends on what you're trying to do, right? I mean, you could try to have them attack the weapons, or just try to eat the ship in general.
And are they close enough for them to make it there at one round? That was my biggest concern.
Probably not one, no.
Okay, yeah, I'll stick with the program roll then.
Okay, so you're trying to hack the ISS Rubicon.
How are you doing that?
I brought my black slab with me when I
you brought your butt with.
Yeah. That's my main hacking tool.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a really advanced hacking tool.
Interesting.
Basically, the space hand wavium that the AI has been doing. I'm guessing that's the tool he's been using as well.
It's the closest. Yeah, it's the closest there is to it, at least. Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead.
Every time someone hacks, I assume that's the thing that they're using because it's the most hacky hack thing.
The most,
as opposed to the hacky sack thing. Yeah. Go ahead and roll program then, Fergus, and I'll go ahead and roll program for sample, and see who wins.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's rolling with strength there. Sorry, you should have gotten another pulse. So that was a 10 instead, but I guess he still failed.
So Fergus does that, and as a little dressing on top, he uploads his little Fergus VI, and on their head monitor, it's a little pixel Fergus doing the floss.
Yeah, so and I think you can spend the whole round. You actually have access to the ship, but to actually do the jump, that's going to be another roll.
Okay.
Because there's stuff that you have to actually fiddle with to do that. But you have access again towards it now. And I think what happens is Sample just frowns, and he says that shouldn't have happened. He's just very actually surprised that you managed to do that. And literally, I think what it is he's been overconfident, and so Sample will probably try to use his auto succeed hack once it's his turn. But
Spaghetti-o.
All right, Ode, it's you.
You said she teleported and then talked to the guy. Does that mean she's standing near him?
No, they have concert of minds. So similar thing.
So we just found out via
that was audience scene, yeah.
Okay. I mean, I know what I want to do, but I don't know if Ode is smart enough to think of it. So
you can make a mental save.
Sure.
Hey,
okay,
there you go.
Nice.
So I'm gonna hold my. Well, okay. First, I'm gonna switch guns because I'm running out of bullets. So I'm gonna switch my laser rifle, and then I want to hold my action. And if she teleports near. I don't know. I'm trying to think of a way I could trick. If there's any movement, I want to shoot at them. In other words, if she teleports there, I want to shoot them. If he tries to run away, I want to shoot them. As I'm assuming she's going to teleport next to him and then try and teleport away. Yeah, I would shoot them before they do that.
Sounds good. Yeah.
Okay, right. Cool.
You've ready in action to do that. Till is working on the jump. Sample is going to go ahead and just use his auto hack to regain control of the ship. And that is his last effort. Yes. So he regains control, Fergus, and then puts up a bajillion firewalls to keep you out. right? So he like preemptively puts a bunch of more other safe things in there. You can try something else, some other way to get around that. But yeah.
It seems like two separate roles to me.
Commit processing for the day as an on-turn action to automatically succeed at any hacking-based
I think he means regaining and then fire.
Oh, yes. You're right. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I get what you're saying. Yeah, that makes sense.
Because every other time it's been one to regain control, and then if they fail again, they're locked out.
Yeah, so that happens. Hans he's gonna try to just make a notice roll with the ship's scanners to try to like find where you are. What roll did you get? You got a 9, right? That was that 9 was like to hide yourself among debris with this nanoswarm.
I think so.
Yeah, so I think that's gonna be the difficulty.
Okay.
So he gets a +1 because he's using the ship.
Uh-oh, stinky.
Oh, just below it.
Nice.
Very good, very good. Yeah, so he's like, he's converted the nanoswarm into some sort of debris field. I can't pinpoint him. Sample. And then Sample's just not responding because like he is like trying, he's about to prepare like all these firewalls and stuff to like keep you out. All right, Alex is gonna go ahead and teleport to grab Victor. Go ahead, Ode. Take your shot. Okay. Blam blam.
Yep.
I assume you're shooting at her.
I'm shooting at both of them.
Oh right, because you have burst or whatever.
I have my special hit everybody thing.
Got it. Yeah.
And I get +1 because people are shooting. 35, another 20.
Crap. All right, so this time does it do double damage?
All right. Wow. Okay.
Does it matter? Does double damage matter for either?
It does not actually.
I didn't think so.
So Alex goes down. Yeah, Alex goes down to 0. But yeah, let's look at dying and stuff. What's actually happening?
I mean, I stunned them. It's a stun gun.
Oh, it's a stun.
No, it's not a stun gun.
Yeah, I think this is just a regular laser rifle, right? Yeah.
I forgot. I didn't have that anymore. Yeah. Well, oops. He probably says he shoots me. He's like, oh,
burns a hole through his skull. Oh crap!
He's like, wait. He looks at his rifle like, oh no,
this was not set to stun.
I forgot. This is
first rule of laser safety.
Yeah, this is Till's fault. He didn't go back to my stun gun. What?
Connor was like blue for a second.
Josh in that moment definitely would have said, David, excuse me, it is not my fault.
Just saying, $20,000 worth of technology would have saved these guys' lives. Now they're both dead, left in that apartment.
All right. Injury, death, and healing.
The part that kills me is I had 1 shot left in. Wait, no, never mind. I have to use ammo for both of them. So never mind. Doesn't matter.
A mortally wounded creature at 0 hit points will die in no more than 6 rounds. They may be unconscious, screaming for their mother, trying to press vital organs back into place, or begging for more mercy, but they can perform no useful action, and their fate is sealed if no immediate aid is provided. Yeah.
What are the chances that either of us have any kind of medical capability at all?
Real quick, I'm going to double check. I'm pretty sure they have like instant abilities that might help here or something.
Dude already used his.
Yeah, I'm actually curious. What ability
partial,
did he have?
That was another thing. Oh, yeah, because they have the full suite of psychic stuff.
Well, that's not what I meant, but yeah, I suppose it's that too. Oh, was it a psychic thing that let him reroll his attack?
That first thing. Well,
okay.
Never mind. It doesn't matter. There was multiple things happening here. Yeah. Oh, perfect. Okay. Alex is going to go ahead and roll do Destiny Shield to force you to reroll.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is it just the attack I'm rerolling, or is it all of it?
Yeah, the attack.
Okay. So does it still have, well, I mean, it doesn't matter.
I think it would be, in theory, this is like before damage is rolled, I think.
Oh, right.
So,
okay.
yeah.
All right.
Ooh.
I use my warrior ability to make a miss hit.
Yeah. But it is just normal hit?
Oh, wow. It only did 8 damage. Well,
yeah. It's just a normal hit, which is perfect. That's all she needed. And it's an 8. So she doesn't go down. He obviously does, but what happens is his armor has a special thing that automatically stabilizes him if he goes down, like after that first thing. So that happens, and then she teleports away with him.
Does Dylan not get a reaction for that?
No, because Dylan is preparing to attack her with a sword attack way far away from where this is happening. Not way far away, but like at least 10 meters.
And she
now I have a question. So well, it probably doesn't matter because it's a psychic thing. All right, never mind, doesn't matter.
Yeah, basically she's using Hans's ability there as a precog to basically see an incoming injury and then change the future so it doesn't happen.
Right, yeah, no, I was talking about that, but yeah. There's like teleporting, you have to do the like lift thing you're teleporting, I think was what we decided, but also unless they're willing.
Yeah, she has several things that are helping her to do this. I made sure that she could carry him in storm armor before.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I suppose I got here, so yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So they go ahead and teleport away. So I think the last thing that happens, so you hit her, right, and you hit him, so he like goes down, and then we just hear like a loud like as he's like stabilized by the armor, and then she can teleport. She has a bunch of abilities that allow her to teleport back onto the ISS Rubicon.
She can teleport like thousands of kilometers.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. 8,000 kilometers specifically.
Right. Yeah.
But then she looks at you after she's like been slightly singed by your blast, right? And she looks up and she sees you, and then she says, "Oh, you're cute," and then boop, teleports away.
That sucks.
Yes, I built in so many abilities to these guys so that they would be able to survive this sort of stuff. So I'm glad I was able to use all of it.
That was I rolled a 4 on that attack. Like that was so lucky on that. And I also rolled a 2 on a D10.
Well, that's the thing. I knew that she had 18 hit points left, so I knew as long as you got less than 18.
Oh, okay. So you were doubling the damage for the crit?
Oh, yeah, wait.
Wouldn't have mattered otherwise. It only did 11 damage. That's why I asked if it mattered for either of them to be doubled or whatever the damage.
I'm confused. So I put her hit points down to 0, and then I control Z'd back, and it gave me 18.
Weird.
I think she had 10.
Okay,
Yeah, either way, I think she would have gone down, and now she does. I definitely knew she wouldn't go down with 8, so I knew it as long as you got lower damage, it was going to work fine anyway. So that's what I was hanging out for, or holding out hope for. Anyway, so teleports away. Dylan, you're standing there. Your ready to action vanishes because it's no longer necessary. What do you do?
Do we have comms up again or no?
Psychic comms.
We have psychic. Yeah.
What?
The telepathy between the crew is up. Yeah.
Okay. Then, yeah, she probably just informs everyone that, the 2 people that were attacking us are gone.
And Evelyn's like, "Oh, there are 2 people attacking you."
No, she knew that was happening because the psychic link was
everyone.
up.
I know.
Oh,
it's just been funny because there's been like 2 very separate things happening here, and like they haven't crossed at all.
Sure. Yeah.
It's like, oh, that's what you're doing this whole time. Cool. So yeah, Dylan informs everyone of that, and then I guess you can still move or whatever. Do you want to like just head towards the bridge?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, where you're going anyway. Sounds good. Evelyn, do you do anything while Till is preparing? So Fergus is probably just informed, like, "Oh, I got in. Oh, okay, I got locked out again."
Yeah. Yeah, I guess there's not a whole lot we can do from here.
Yeah.
But I don't want to waste a turn.
I mean, yeah. If there's nothing you can do, then I think we can just skip everybody's turns. But
yeah,
turn back time and let me kill them.
Do the turn order.
Do you
roll the 2 on my damage? I don't want to do the whole turn over again. Wait, no, I'm the top of the round. You'd only be doing like 2 turns over again.
No, well, we're at the end of the turn, so we'd have to do the whole thing over again. Yeah.
Well, no, I just went and I go first. Right? No, I was doing my reaction. Yeah,
that was your.
Yeah, I don't want to do the whole thing over again. I do, but I don't. We hadn't done it 3 times already. I would say do it, but I just don't want to. Wait, can you alternate outcomes my roll?
Not because I can't see you.
She has to see someone to do that one.
Even if you have a psychic brain link.
Yeah, she can't.
I mean, maybe you can make an exception there.
Okay. It's not worth it. It's not worth the out of game time it would take to do this over again.
I'm happy for that.
I'm legitimately thinking of, since I haven't used it yet, changing that ability because everybody just hates it now.
Yeah. I mean, it would be really useful right now. This fight is taking so long. I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
Because I mean, the thing is, if we had them as captives, we just win because we can be like, stop messing with stuff or we'll kill these people, even though we definitely won't, but you don't know that. And then, well, I mean, Evelyn might, I guess. So never mind.
Can I ask Dylan and Ode like what those people like looked like and like who were they, and make a no roll to know something about them?
100%. Yeah.
Let's do it. All right, go ahead.
Yeah,
go ahead, David.
You get the description.
All right, I'm sorry, not go ahead, David. I go ahead myself and ask a question in character. Ode, Dylan, who were those people that were attacking you?
How am I supposed to know? They just appeared out of nowhere. One of them had a giant suit of armor, and the other one was crazy and teleported.
Teleported?
Yeah. I mean, you make the no roll.
They got out of the ship.
I assume they give them the description too. Make the no roll. I think if you make the no roll, I think crazy and teleported is going to give you something for sure.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey,
so as soon as you hear crazy and teleported, you know who this is. So it's
what's
like
her name?
Juliana Alexandria Molina.
Okay.
And she was also part of the program. But she was one of the ones that went crazy early. But so people went crazy through the program, right? This happened.
She doesn't have precog.
She doesn't. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
She has 3 first names. That's why she went crazy.
So what you remember, Connor, is Evelyn remembers that like there were lots of dropouts, right? A lot of kids in this program, a lot of dropouts. Some of them went irreparably insane.
By dropouts, you mean
they were dropped into space? Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah,
got
more
it.
or less, right? Most of them were killed. So you remember this happening, right? You remember people going insane because of the pressure and the psychic stuff that was happening to you guys. Remember there was like psychic transference happening for like old psychics were coming and giving you guys psychic powers that you didn't have previously, right? That there was a whole thing going on there. Some kids just could not handle it. Their brain broke. Alex was a special case because she went crazy really early, but no one noticed. And she got really far in the program before she literally murdered like 3 different like people in the kids in the program because they like were getting ahead of her or whatever. Like she lost a match to them, whatever was happening, and she literally like murdered them with a kitchen knife that she found. And it was like horrific. And like she, in theory, she was dismissed from the program. Evelyn thought later she was killed, but now like someone saw that menace and that danger in her and like decided to use her instead. And now that you've seen 2 people from the program that you thought were killed, you're like starting to think like, okay, well, I know like he wasn't lying to me, but like
some of them got killed, but
maybe like
they kept a select few.
Yeah, and they didn't tell anyone about it, right? And probably Vigo didn't even know, right?
Right.
So he was just relaying what he found out from the Imperium.
Sweet.
Yeah. So you're starting to be like, oh crap! Like they're sending my old classmates against me to murder me.
Yep. I think her eyes just go wide, and she says, I should say, she says, the next time either of you face her, be very, very careful.
I assume Dylan like looks down at her like cut along her side. She's like, "Well, yeah, no duh." Like,
she honestly probably does a very subtle brag of just like, basically, I hit her more than she hit me. So
yeah, like I don't seem that bad. Neither of them seem that bad, honestly. Like I got some weird dubstep, and now I hurt a lot. But
she murdered 3 people with a kitchen knife.
What's that?
She murdered 3 people with a kitchen knife once.
Well, those 3 people probably didn't have super awesome weapons.
I love that. Yeah. Okay. I think we just like cut from there. That situation. Oh, that's great. I love that scene.
So Fergus, what are you trying now?
I'm gonna hack again.
Sounds good. And so he has no processing left. So he's just gonna have to do a straight hack again. It's another versus hack. And yeah, I mean, I think this will decide it, right? He got some time there to like keep you out, but as long as he keeps control of the system long enough to get to his turn, he's going to be able to put up a bunch of firewalls that you won't be able to access. So yeah, this will decide it right here, I think.
Oh, that's not great.
No, it is not.
Say Chupacabra or Chewbacca?
Hey, Caleb, stiletto charge, auto success.
Yeah, and that's true. And he doesn't have any processing to do the same thing for him. Yeah.
A message comes up. It says, "You kind of suck for an AI."
Yeah, and so you connect to the ship, and Sample. So Carl's just like, "What is happening? You keep getting these messages. Are you letting those in?" And Sample is not responding because he inwardly he's freaking out because he's just like, this should not be, like, I am a god. Like, what is happening?
Rick Astley starts playing over the loudspeaker.
And the swarm starts to like come around you. Do we see Fergus like suddenly appear in their peripheral, like and then the swarm is just like coming around him, like awesome.
That's amazing.
All right, so I assume we skip through the rest of the turns and just start doing the stuff that's happening with Sample and Fergus right now. So I guess, what is Sample going to try?
I need to change my stiletto charge since we're not going back in time this time.
Yeah, so he doesn't have any processing. Yeah, dang.
Another hack off.
Oh, by the way, they teleported back onto the ship. Right, so yeah, Sample's like, this is bad.
They talking with the people that have just been shot to pieces and stabbed to pieces?
Yeah. So I think what's going to happen is Sample is going to try. So you have access to the system. I think what Sample's going to try is just get control of one of the like escape shuttles so that they can actually just get off of the ship. And he says as much, right? He says, "Bring my He just, I think he just stands up because he doesn't actually really need to be at the computer to do any of this because he's an AI and stuff. So his shell like stands up and just starts booking it towards the shuttle, and he says, "Come with me, meatbags. We have to escape the Rubicon immediately." And he's gonna try to get control of a shuttle. So go ahead and roll your hack and response. You got 13.
Double six, baby. All the escape pods jettisoned.
Like, why won't the airlock open? They look through the window.
And you hear Fergus over the intercom.
This is terrifying.
Oh man.
So Hans is going to look at this situation and be like, this is very, very bad. Yeah. So what he does is he just looks at Alex and says, All right. Escape plan Zeta. Go. And everyone gathers around Alex, and it's her turn next. So they just blip out of existence, and nobody knows where they went. But I do. So.
Gosh.
Does she have enough brain juice for that?
She does. I'm pretty sure that was like her last effort, though. Yeah. Most of the stuff she did didn't actually cost effort.
Right. The micro teleport stuff.
It was the like
getting there,
super one. Yeah, getting there, and the super one, and then leaving. So. Honestly, and I think that's it, right? Because Fergus, you can do whatever you want at that point, but they're not even there. So
I want.
What do you do?
To try and track the AI's signal.
How so? Just like,
track where it went.
So I don't think you'll be able to do that. You could try to track their psychic signal. No, that's an actually specific meta scion thing. You don't have access to. Yeah, I don't think there's a way you can do that because you have no idea. There's one. It's one thing to like do a quantum hack on like to connect to a network is there, but and can see, but like can't access normally. And another thing,
more like I'm sending out like a signal, looking for a response from like his specific
frequency.
Yeah.
Make a program roll. Yeah, you can attempt that. Okay. It's going to be very difficult.
Gotcha. Yeah.
No, I don't think that's.
Oh no, stiletto charge.
All right, so I think stiletto charges have just ceased existing in this universe. Yeah, that's fine though. That's fine. So.
Where are they? Okay, there we go.
So yeah, so you use stiletto charge and track the signal, and I think you see it ping from a space station that is nearby.
Mm-hmm.
And it has to be within 1,000 kilometers, so it's near enough.
I give Evelyn the coordinates. Jump here instead. This is where they're at.
Wait,
they teleported. I took control of their ship. They teleported off. They're here.
Do you say that to me?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Evelyn just gives Till a look. Like, do it.
Fergus just goes over to their ship.
Swim through space with your nanoswarm behind you. Sounds good.
This is awesome.
So I think we skip ahead till finishes the. I mean, how long do you wait? Do you try to the 1 minute one then? Because there's no one's in direct.
I'm sorry, you're talking to me still?
Yeah, no one's in direct danger anymore, so you might not. I mean, I think Till probably says like, "Are we going to actually risk?" Like, there's still a risk here, Evelyn.
I think we want to still get there as fast as we can. I don't know, Jared. What do you think? Character. I don't know if we're going to get any mechanical bonus necessarily, though, for like. Getting the jump on him right away, so to speak, if that makes sense.
Is the scene technically over?
No. Unless you guys, unless Evelyn decides right now that we're waiting the 15 minutes, the scene's not over.
Okay.
I mean, we aren't in a hurry anymore, are we?
Not necessarily, no. I mean, we can be if we want to be like, like let's get the jump on these guys. Then
are we chasing them?
That's the
you could. That's the thing. Fergus tracked them to where they teleported to a nearby space station.
Oh, does that space station sell cool things?
Could
we roll a no roll about something about the space station? What kind of space station it is?
Yeah, go ahead and make a no roll.
All of us, or
well, it's Evelyn's turn. Let's have Evelyn make it.
Yeah,
make the no roll.
Yeah, make a no roll.
What?
No clue. You've never heard of a space
station
before.
Can you re-roll the one?
No, that's only a diplomat thing.
Oh. Did you re-roll? Aren't you a specialist?
I am a specialist.
She dropped another one.
Yep.
I've heard of this place. It's like super awesome.
So,
me too.
Yeah, none of you have heard of it. Yeah.
So I could do alternate outcome.
Yeah, sure.
I might as well, since after this scene we'll probably skip a day. So
yeah,
let's do it.
Unless we find them, and then we won't be skipping a day. Dang. Okay.
Crap.
Okay.
Max is
have the exact schematics.
So Evelyn, same answer though. There's no record of the space station on any known charts anywhere.
Oh, okay. And do I get to know anything else besides that? Like, have I maybe been here before? Because you
haven't. This is a different system from where you were. The thing you can guess from this must be new, or it's so secret that like it's not on any official records.
Okay.
Yikes.
Do I get to know anything else for a 16?
No, like there is nothing else to know. Like, yeah.
Right. There's nothing else to know in terms of like.
You can ask me a question if you think Evelyn could deduce something from this, but.
Guys, what should I ask?
There can only be something so big before it like sends off a signal that's trackable or like sensible by anything that's nearby. So we might be able to ascertain something.
Yeah, I mean,
but what kind of question should I ask?
Well,
like what would be helpful to know?
From Fergus's suggestion there, your guess would be it's either very small or it's employing some sort of very high-tech security software.
Who owns it might be a nice thing to know.
Yeah. Yeah, who owns it?
Someone who has access to TL5 technology, but that's several people. So it could be Paragon Science. Honestly, Paragon Science is probably the first thing that comes to your mind.
Okay, so I assume it's
that would be that's probably a good assumption of Evelyn's.
Okay, so and we're not there yet.
Correct. No,
So I guess let's discuss like plan. Like what would be our goal here? Would we want to try to sneak onto it all Death Star style?
I mean, so keep in mind this is like very like peripheral to anything you've been trying to do so far, right? Like I understand that Evelyn would want to like get the jump on him and maybe try to take him out, but like at this point, if you're gonna have to do like a sneaking mission, like you came here to sell the ship and then go find your guy, right? Like would Evelyn want to take that much of a detour at this point?
I think we kind of get that scene of like she's like, all right, well let's jump and all this stuff. And
when you say that, I'm like, so back up. Who are these people?
Exactly.
Does no one else have any context for any of this?
No.
Right.
Why did someone teleport onto the ship and try and dubstep me? What's happening?
So, listen.
Still hurts. My tummy still hurts.
Okay. Have we had a conversation where I tell you guys my backstory?
No, I don't think so.
No, I know we haven't in person, but like in the like week or whatever.
I mean, probably not.
You guys are like,
so.
Okay. All right. So I think this is the time where she's like, it might be time for me to sit down and tell you all what happened to me.
Are they part of that? Is that, I take it they're part of the story?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Just checking.
And I think she like sits down on the floor and like crosses her legs and like expects everybody else to kind of like sit down with her.
Sure. I'm in pain, but sure.
Is this story time happening before we make the decision whether or not we take 1 minute or 15 to jump?
Yes.
Well, I guess that answers the question.
I think Till kind of gets the gist of like, okay, we're not spike driving in 1 minute then. Like we're just gonna take it easy.
I mean he's totally fine with not having to do that.
Yeah. Yep. So I think Evelyn like kind of looks around to see who does sit down. Wait, is Fergus on the ship?
No, I'm on their ship.
Jeez, I forgot. Okay, so
I'm with you telepathically.
Yeah.
Right. So you're just like hiding there?
No, I'm just chilling. I'm probably raiding their fridge, seeing what they have.
Wait, you're on. I'm sorry, I'm confused.
He's
You
on the
were a
ISS.
stowaway on their ship.
He's on the ISS Rubicon, which is the ship that they abandoned to go to this space station.
Right. Oh, they teleported off their own ship.
They teleported off their own ship. Because
so we have their ship now.
Yes.
Yeah. Belay the food thing. I'm actually searching all their files like they did for us.
Sounds good.
Okay. So yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah. Okay. So I'm just like
1,000 kilometers away.
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's
so
like,
I bet
that's like nothing in space, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, Fergus just looks around. He doesn't see anything. Like,
I mean, like 1,000 kilometers. It should be like, here's the blueprint from our sensors. I would think. Like,
yeah, it should be. Yeah, certainly.
Okay.
Well, I mean,
man,
though, to be honest, I don't think anyone here knows specifically how far that girl can teleport. So.
No, right. Yeah, that's true.
So I guess Fergus is just listening via telepathically for story time.
And he's also healed himself.
Okay, yeah. So Evelyn just kind of like decides in her head that it's story time and is like, everybody can just pause.
Yeah.
It just wants to explain. And she says, when I was young, she doesn't say that. She doesn't actually fumble over anything. She says, I was born immaculately. I have no parents. I was born on Paragon Science as a part of an experiment. I was
You would have said the planet of Proma 2.
On the planet of Proma 2. I was a part of an experiment to create a general, so to speak, to command the armies of the Imperium. Paragon Science was hired by the Imperium to raise a child. The sole purpose was to lead armies for their conquests. I was one of the candidates, and I won. But the man that we're going to look for, my friend, he was the one that warned me about what was going on. And he said that every time that they didn't pick a candidate, every time a candidate failed, they were murdered.
Jeez, that's terrible. What?
So these people that are after us now, well, it turns out they're my old classmates. I know that the teleporting girl that you faced and their leader are both part of the experiment as well. My old classmates. I'm not sure about the other ones you faced yet.
I thought you said they were murdered if they lost.
That's what we thought.
Oh.
That's what Vigo told me, but he must not have known that they kept a couple for themselves. And this space station, I think it's owned by the Paragon Science. So now that you know my life story, and she stands up.
What's the wait timeout? But how did you end up playing video games? I'm lost.
And she sits back down. When I Vigo, my friend, the one we're trying to find, he helped me escape. And because I knew nothing else in life besides commanding soldiers, I naturally went into the gaming ring. Gaming ring? Yeah, gaming ring. The gaming ring.
Circuit.
That's
probably.
How I became...
Gaming circuit, probably is what you say.
Yeah, gaming circuit. That's how I became Athena.
Well, that's pretty terrible.
So with that being said, and she stands up again. If we don't fight them now, if we don't take them out, I don't think they're going to stop following us. I don't think they're going to stop fighting us. They're probably after Vigo more than anything. Or perhaps after me, since I'm their prime candidate.
Well, I don't think they're going to have any luck getting their hands on you, but you said they're on a space station, right?
Yes, that's how it looks.
So what, we're going to go fight a space station? I mean, I get we're in like a huge ship, but like, how do we not just kill everybody on the station?
I mean, they're obviously evil people who experiment on and murder children. So I don't think.
They belong to an organization that. I mean, is this where you grew up? These are the people who did that to you on this station?
No, not this station, but
yeah,
I think this is Paragon Science.
I mean, that's not a lot to go on to just kill everybody on the station. Just all I'm saying.
Fergus wasn't planning on killing everybody on the station.
No, I know you weren't. Fergus was, though.
I thought it was a small space station just for them.
Just the four of them? I don't know that much about space stations. But
is that what you said? Oh, no. I say the radar could be deceptive. They might have a large security, an expensive security system that is able to cloak how big their station is. We don't know how many people are on the station, and we don't know what we're getting ourselves into.
I missed that part. Your wife was heckling me.
So we could try to sneak on, but right now there are too many variables.
Oh yeah, that sounds pretty dangerous.
I might be able to look back
for that, but
I might be able to look into the future and figure out something. But
Till puts a hand on your shoulder.
I'm quite drained.
Till puts a hand on your shoulder, Evelyn. And he says, let's see how we say this. He'd say, slow down. Why do you need to go after these people now? Revenge?
I'm worried they're going to kill you. All of you. She looks around.
Till gives you a strange look. And it says, Evelyn, after everything we've been through, you're gonna lose faith. You're gonna lose faith in us now.
I think she looks puzzled by that, and it's kind of like the AI not being able to compute Fergus's dance.
Yeah,
she's just like, I don't quite understand.
They had the perfect drop on us this time. We were completely unprepared for this. There was a ghost ship that was sending a nanoswarm at us, for goodness sake. And we still beat them with flying colors. Fergus took their ship over.
Dylan pipes in and is like, she only cut me once. I got more.
The only hit because I didn't know dubstep could be a gun, all right? It'll be okay.
Yeah. Till just chuckles and he says, a year ago I wouldn't have believed you crazy kids could pull off something like this, but I'm not worried. I say we go find your friend.
Yeah, also if they can just pop around the universe wherever they feel like, maybe we should get your friend on our ship before they just teleport there and kill him or something, because I don't know, that doesn't seem. Yeah, I don't know how far she can go, but that's kind of cheating.
Yeah, I think she kind of looks around and says, I think you're right. Vigo should be of primary importance. He's in danger more than we are. You're right.
You got Fergus
is pretty incredible.
Yeah, you got Fergus to steal an entire capital ship to go after this guy. We're not going to turn around now.
Yeah, I don't want it to get exploded. $1 million credits sounds pretty good.
Yeah, on that note, maybe we should avoid selling this thing until we're done, because there's a lot of guns on this thing, and people are going to try and kill us. They might help.
We already went over this, Ode. We're not going to be able to fly this thing in Order of the Dust space unless we're selling it to them.
well, why don't we just tell them it's going to be a while? We're going to sell it to you later.
Till just looks at Evelyn because like we've already discussed the entire plan. So
yeah.
What did you say again, Oda?
So we should just tell them we're going to sell it to them later. It's going to take a little while.
That's not going to work.
I'm just saying this would be a lot harder if we didn't have the biggest ship in the system. I mean, it didn't do us much good this time, but maybe next time someone will remember we have guns and shoot at the spaceship.
We can just buy huge guns and put it on the Void's Grace, and we'll have the money.
Well, I know that's not how that works, but Ode doesn't, so that sounds good to me.
Fergus knows how that's not how it works, but he knows Ode doesn't know that.
Well, if that's an option, why didn't we do that before? Jeez.
You kept spending all of our credits on stuff you lose.
I spent money on stuff for myself, and that, you know what? You're the one with all the money.
I had to pay the dang mercenaries.
Yeah, you spent $100,000 on a bunch of people who stood around.
Yeah, we fade out from the scene there.
Yeah.
So I think the last thing we see, as we see the SNX Exarch like float away and go, because now it's just in real space, just has to go to the actual planet to like sell them the stuff, right? So it's going to take a couple days to get there. Because normally you don't do drills in. Just like, because basically what Till had to do is he had to create a spike route like instantaneously, because normally you just like go along these existing routes and whatnot. So we see the ship head off, and I guess the ISS Rubicon comes with, right? Like, you also still have the nanoswarm.
Yeah.
Or did you just leave the Rubicon in space?
I'd want to scrub it first, make sure there's like nothing in there they'd be able to use to get into our ship.
Oh yeah. By the way, Fergus, when you scour the ship, it looks like they literally have put no important data on the ship at all. Like they literally were like using this just for the mission and had no information on any of these drives.
They didn't leave any personal items.
No.
There would have at least been a travel log. I mean, we know where they are, but now we can know where they've gone.
It's very obviously an Imperium ship. That's it. Right. So it's gone to various
we can
places.
sell it.
Right, but I mean, it would have come from their station probably, and anywhere else they were going with it. So that might be useful. But
you have that at least.
And it's clean of any MacGuffins that will hack our
Yeah. There's no like, they didn't leave anything. It literally looks like
is this ship worth?
A while, a bit, yeah.
Hey, let's sell this. Let's keep this capital ship and sell this.
Keep in mind here that if you show up to the Order of the Dust and say, yeah, we have an Athens Association capital ship and we have a Imperium frigate. Do you want to take these?
All acquired in self-defense, right?
I will sell one of those
not
is true.
I mean, you know what? The kernel of truth makes a good lie, right?
Yeah, so, I mean, I'm confident in Fergus's diplomatic abilities to be able to convince them that this is a good idea, but yeah, on the surface, it's not a good idea. So
it's in case you ever want to pretend to be Imperial for a day. You just
that is true. That is actually very valuable to them. Yeah.
Also, we can sell the location of this hidden space station to the exchange. They'll appreciate that, and I'm sure that the other people won't. So two birds with one stone.
Yeah. So we see the ship, burn away, and then we cut to the space station, and we see them just like recuperating on what is obviously like a super secret high tech like beacon station that just is like sitting there. And it's really unclear whether or not it was just like some long forgotten pre-tech thing that was like found again or something that was literally just built for this. Like, you're not sure. It's pretty crazy though. But yeah, we see the people like recovering on there. And we see Sample going through all the data that he got from the Exarch and the Void's Grace. And he says, I've been over this log several thousand times, Crawl, and the one thing that jumps out to me, most of it's pretty normal and stuff we knew already, but the one thing that jumps out to me is that there's a number here, a ping. Do you know anything about this? And we see Carl just step up to it and frown. He says, she found him. I didn't even think he was still alive.
Yikes.
Uh-oh.
We have a new mission, Sample. We're going to get there before they do.
Good luck. We have a super big spike drive.
If we can't take them in a frontal assault, then we'll use leverage. And then we cut to the Elysian Road end credits there.
It sounds like they opened the leverage.
So they just admitted that they're not as cool as us.
I mean, I feel like we admitted that for them, but yeah.
I mean, yeah, but
we told them.
So now they didn't have to fight against our other characters.
Oh, Fergus, another thing that was on the Rubicon is like a bunch of robots. Remember they were sending those shuttles to go over there.
Right.
Yeah,
What
a bunch
kind
of
robots.
Like warbots.
Nice.
Those are going to be worth so much money.
So rich.
We're going to be loaded.
I can't wait to immediately lose all the stuff I buy.
David, just buy backups. Buy two.
I have to buy the rate at which I buy things is the rate at which I lose them. I can't buy backups.
So we'll go ahead and end there, and then we'll go to an after show, and we'll talk about the session and what's next. And I'll hand out some XP too. So. All right, that's been Elysian Road episode 17. Thanks for playing, guys, and thanks for watching, y'all. We're out.